Hey, okay, guys, we are live. Thank you for joining us on the Drunken Guardian Gaming Podcast. I'm your host, the Drunken Guardian, Danny Martinez, and today we got with us the usual suspects: Randy, the Ragnarok,
It's me.
and the Sober Guardian, Danny.
And we're missing
Uh,
Kevin.
hey, everybody.
You sounded drunk there yourself
His
for a second.
catchphrase.
So this is episode 46 of the podcast, and don't forget, if you guys want to join us, we're here every Thursday, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, live on Twitch and YouTube. Check out thedrunkenguardian.com for all the information and all the links and such, and also you could check out any game reviews that I do on the website as well. So what have you guys been up to? Randy, drinking, working, gaming, what's up?
Uh,
Partying,
all three of those. Wait, what? What was the last one?
partying.
Oh,
Partying.
partying.
Party hard.
L- mm, we'll not discuss that, but yes, the first three, first three for sure. Um, I haven't been much. Well, I haven't been playing much to be quite honest, as I told you like earlier.
Monster Hunter.
Just a little, yeah, a little bit of Hunter. I played some Near today, and that was about it.
How's near so far?
I'm just focusing on the side quest because I kind of don't want to like do the story, mainly because it's I collected the five pieces of the thing that I needed, and now I have to talk to somebody, but I don't want to talk to them because I'm pretty sure that it's gonna be like a fake climax. Like you think they're gonna get closer to the end, and I just kind of want to like level up a bit.
Kind of
Leveling
like
in that game is actually
Autabata.
kind of hard, by the way.
Leveling up?
Yeah,
Why?
because it's the number. Okay, it's not like, oh, you have your standard number of like experience points that you need. It's like every level goes up by almost 10,000. So
Mm.
at this point I need like I think 98,000 or so, and enemies only give like 400 minimum.
Hmm.
It takes a bit. It
Okay.
takes a
It's
bit.
different.
But
Yeah.
yeah. But bosses
Which
give you
near, which near are you playing?
which one?
Which near
Replicant.
are you playing?
Replicant, right?
Replicant. Yeah.
Okay. Which
Yeah.
one was first, Automata or Replicant?
Replicant, because Replicant, it's a re-release of
Yeah.
Replicant that came out overseas. And hey, look, there he is.
And there's Kevin.
And at the same time that Replicant came out over there, we just had Nier, which was it's the same game, just a different protagonist. So instead
Yeah.
of a brother sister thing, it's
Mm-hmm.
father daughter in America.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that didn't like really catch my attention, so I figured I would just you know play Replicant on re-release.
Mm-hmm.
You were talking about near so much. I'm like, let me give this Automata again. Like another shot. So I tried to play it last weekend. Fuck
What?
that game, first off.
Why?
Because,
Why?
first off, my save game is gone. So that just pissed me the fuck off. I cannot find it. Because of the PS5 thing, sometimes shit gets lost. So
Yeah.
that pissed me off. I'm like, fuck, you know what? I didn't get that far. I got like past tutorial basically and past some few weapons. I got new weapons, whatever. So I'm start over. I fucking forgot that if you die in the beginning, like from those two fucking
Start
arm
all
things or
over.
from any time, so fuck that game. Yes. Because I didn't even know how to play. Like I didn't remember how to play and I kind of skipped it. The
Yeah.
tutorial they were telling me. So like fuck it, what I'll figure it out.
Well,
Died. Started
maybe you
over.
should just get
Fuck
better.
that game.
Simple as that.
Nah, fuck that. Next.
Just Danny, you just as always get good. That's what you got to
Yeah, of
do.
course.
No.
What
Or just
what
delete
so
it. Do
what
another one.
me and Danny have been playing Final Fantasy Intergrade today since it came out today, and guess what? Me and Danny both beat it because it's fucking short as hell. Danny, what'd you
About
think of Intergrade?
4 hours. I I liked and hated it. I liked it because I'm a huge Final Fantasy nerd, and I'm gonna
What?
gush over everything that's Final Fantasy 7 especially. And I love playing as Yuffie. I love the combo system, the mechanics, and how they kind of. I feel like they almost fine tuned it a little bit. It's really fun to play. I hated the fact that it was so fucking short. I mean, it's. I think I did everything. I don't think there's anything else that I could have done in that game. I did it all,
Yeah.
and I think I had maybe 5 hours altogether. With doing, I did all the conduit thing. I did all of it. Um, yeah. So that was disappointing. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, you play on hard mode again, but that's just not fun right now.
Yeah,
Not that fun to me anyway.
my impressions were is that I loved like its presentation and everything and how they introduced Yuffie and Yuffie's character. Like I wasn't so
Hmm.
crazy about Yuffie in the original game. She was just found as annoying. I never used her in a party unless I was forced to. So but being here in this game, she had a little she was a bit more cute, charismatic, kind of like little sister kind of annoying type of character, but it was still tolerable. The combat was great. She's actually really cool in combat. The way
Yeah.
they did her was really well done. How she can practically be ranged and close attack, and depending on how you want to strategize and use it. And then you use the second character, Sonon.
Stunning.
Yeah, he's really useful too for aggro and distractions, and I kind of used him for healing for the most part with like healing materials and such. But everything
I
was
use him as
good.
a tank because you can. He
Tank.
has a lot of provoke and
Yeah,
he has
yeah,
some
yeah,
moves, calls the
exactly.
guys over, things like that. And so I give him some HP ups and tank
Yeah,
buffs and
I
some
uh,
of the AP up.
I loved everything about the game up until I beat the game, and the reason why is because there was essentially no story. They introduce a lot of characters with no background. I don't know who these people are. I don't really care
Really
about them.
fast really
I don't.
fast in the last hour. That's actually the worst part about it. It's not just that they introduced them. It's only like the last, fuck, not even an hour, half an hour. I want to say half an hour.
Everything happens abruptly because I like Danny was midway through the game while I was towards the end of the game, and I was furious and frustrated over the final boss, not knowing it was the final boss because they introduced these guys within 30 minutes of the game, and already you're fighting this guy as the final boss. And I was just like, okay, why is this guy so hard? And then I finally beat him. Cutscene happens as usual, and then the credits hit, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding
Mm.
me? Like nothing. There's no closure. There's no answers to any questions. There's no backstory to anybody. They left everything completely up in the air. And I get that it's a DLC that's supposed to be short, and I'm okay with it being short. But the fact that it left me with nothing
Balls.
story
Blue balls.
wise, yeah, it left me with
Now
blue
the only
balls.
thing,
That's exactly it.
yeah, it definitely left. Like if you looked at it as part of the game, you'd probably be pissed off and disappointed because it's like who you're playing a DLC, and if you're playing any game, you want to know what are these characters, why are they fighting you, whatever, why they in the Shinra building, and you don't get that answer. But
Hmm.
I think as an overall, right, these characters I was playing to Danny, and again, this is just he said. We have no clue what it is, but the only thing I can predict is that there's their way of introducing these characters. There are two new big bads or two bad guys who are probably gonna go against your antagonist Cloud in the next upcoming game, and they had to introduce because they kept saying they said it over and over that it's not going to be the exact Final Fantasy. Did you know? They started off in Midgard, they're giving you this, but it will be different after this. And, you know, the thing with the whispers and everything, this is why. This is what we're doing. This is our plan. It will be different.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're going to have these two actual characters that are introduced in this game, right? And have them as these are new characters, and this is why they're fighting you now. This is why you want to kill them. This is why you don't like them. This is some of the stuff they did. They killed Sonnen. They ran Yuffie out. So when Yuffie does join up with the party, because you know she kind of has to join up with the party because there's a part at the very end of the game where, in the beginning, in the very beginning, I'm not sure if you caught this, Danny. She's talking to herself, right?
Hmm.
She's explaining. She's saying what she's gonna. She's like practicing what she's gonna say when she sees Avalanche, right?
Yeah, and I think
And
you're
then she
probably
says
right
it
about the whole stealing material stuff.
and she says it beat to beat.
Yeah.
So that when she meets Cloud when she meets Cloud, the thing that she says at the end is, you know, I want you to join my team and you can join the Stars. Like they say that's what she says. And
Yeah.
it's hard doing the same exact thing at the beginning of the game because when she meets Cloud, that's what she's gonna say to them, and then probably take the material because Cloud will probably be a dick towards him because
Yeah.
Cloud's an asshole. and she just wanted to steal all your shit and then run off. But it kind of, as you're trying to chase her, right? You probably now have these other characters, these two bad guys who were introduced in UF's Intergrade, who will also be there to you go up against, and you'll have to get more story and stuff like that, and it won't just come out of nowhere. The two characters.
So, but the problem with that though is that me and you played the DLC. I mean, what about people
Yeah.
like Kevin or Randy who want to jump in on it? So they're gonna have to play
Well, they
Integrate
never played.
to understand like who the fuck these people. I
Yeah.
mean, granted, they probably didn't introduce them that properly anyways, but they're just gonna be like, okay, who the fuck are these guys coming out of nowhere? Oh, they were in the DLC.
Yeah.
I guess I missed that part.
Well, think about this. Like, I mean, this is what these Final Fantasies have been known for. Kingdom Hearts, same exact thing, right?
But Kingdom Hearts
I
is
get
not
that.
canon for Final Fantasy though.
Take a shot. Take a shot.
No. But it's not canon for Final Fantasy, but it runs in the same line where they have all this extra content that is meant to be part of the main story. So if you're a fan to really understand what's going on in Part 3 while you're playing that game, you have to have known all these other fucking things to know some of these characters.
So you heard it from Danny right there. You're not a fan of Final Fantasy unless you played everything.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like
That's a lot.
you can't be not everything, but well, that's a
Yeah,
lot,
yeah.
a lot of Final Fantasy. But
It's a
in
lot.
this is the world. This is the world that they're building.
Yeah.
And it's only 2 games, and it's only $20. And
Well-
if you're a fan of this, if you started playing, this is your first Final Fantasy, you're gonna like this game.
I think it's more than just that because like there's plenty of other side stories or spin-off games that you could play in order to fill in a lot of gaps. But we're talking too much about the Final Fantasy already. I didn't get to say hi to Kevin because Kevin just came in. And Kevin, how you doing? What you been playing lately?
Sorry. So I'm sorry for coming late. I
You're good.
sped over here. I had to go like 30, so I was cruising over here. I've been playing. Believe it or not, I found my Vita and I kept clocking in hours in Persona 4. So I jumped from like 120 to like 40 hours in the last week. So I've been on this bad boy for a bit, and I don't know. I just got very nostalgic. I started playing Muramasa Blade.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I got that game back. I started playing that again, and I was like, damn, I really missed this. And then that, and I got into my second playthrough of Resident Evil 8. So I'm doing on hardcore, and it's hard.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna be that bad.
I heard that the Shadow Village of Shadow that they have a bunch of those werewolves with the armor on.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
No, so I'm playing on hardcore. It's easier than that.
Oh, okay.
Hardcore is just more enemies, less ammo. But because I have unlimited ammo, it's kind of like it's cake. But I gave myself like a handicap by using like the first pistol you get and the first shotgun, and that's it. So I can't use anything else. And it takes like 4 shotgun shells for a werewolf, and then it's like 18 to like 30 bullets with the pistol. And I was like, I should have never used the pistol. I should have just stood with the shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good. It's good.
All right. Well, I've been playing Final Fantasy as mentioned before, and there's not much. Actually, lies. I've been playing Returnal a lot too. Whenever I get the chance, I jump back on it like just whenever I have the chance. Like if I have about an hour at least, then I'll jump on Returnal, and that'll last me at least 1 run or 2 runs actually. So I'll at least try to do it. I think I'm on the final boss, but I just can't get myself to like kill him to finish it. So, but we'll see about that. It's still a lot of fun, honestly. Like as frustrating as it is, it's still a lot of fun. There's a lot of stuff that I still find myself exploring and finding out, like certain things and Easter eggs and just tricks and weapons and fucking a lot of features and things like that I've never done before, or maybe they added them and I didn't even know it. I don't know. But aside from that, I wanted to talk about the cocktails today. Today, I am going to somewhat introduce my first cocktail that I've worked on, and this was actually early on one of my first cocktails that I worked on. This is the Masamune or Masamoon, however you want to pronounce it. So, in tribute to Final Fantasy VII, this is named after Sephiroth's sword. and it is essentially black.
A
And
long ass drink.
it's a it's a it's a black pepper infused gin that I did at home, along with some simple syrup, some lemon juice, and then an egg white to kind of like froth it up and stuff. Aside from that, like I wanted to do a different type of garnish. This is a cherry garnish. I was actually thinking of what do you guys think about getting like in order if for people who drink it, if they want to like sweeten it up, I get like a little piece of like a white cotton candy with a sword going through it, so it's kind of like Cloud getting stabbed with the sword
You mean
kind of thing.
Aerith?
Or Arrows getting stabbed.
Well,
You do pink
Aerith
cotton
isn't.
candy.
Aerith is the cotton candy, sure. Or maybe pink cotton candy, yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. That's
Pink
pink
cotton
cotton
candy,
candy.
yeah.
Or
So so
right?
yeah, I figured something like that, and people could put it into the drink to kind of sweeten it up more. But that's what it is so far, Masamune. I like it a lot. This is one of my favorites that I've made.
Can you show it? We can't see it.
Yeah,
There you go. Yeah, that.
it kind of looks like a
Look
whiskey
at that.
sour, but it's really not because it's gin.
Oh,
There you go.
can I ask one question?
Yeah.
Does it hit you for 999?
Nah, oh, 777.
Oh, it's 77. Oh, the lucky
Seven,
number.
yeah.
I
What,
wanted to say one more thing.
Yeah,
I want to say one more thing before we move on about the games I've been playing as well.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Biomutant.
You still been playing
I
it?
actually no, because I actually beat it. Sometimes when
Mm,
I'm not doing it today, but sometimes when I'm on a podcast, I play something mindless in the background that I don't have to think about, like Outriders or something, where I don't have to do anything.
yeah.
Mhm.
And I was doing Biomutants because the game is super fucking easy. It's just not a challenge. Granted, they did patch it, and they had a huge fucking patch, but I beat it before the patch. But they had a huge patch that fixed all type. You should see the fucking list of
Oh.
shit they fixed. Like I can't believe they
Well,
fucking did this so fast.
I deleted it on my hard
Um,
drive, so I'm not re-downloading that shit.
don't worry about it. But this is what I'm gonna get to. I beat the game right after we got off the podcast last time, right?
Yeah.
And it has the worst fucking ending I've ever seen because I absolutely hate, loathe, in fact, games that give you a good and a bad ending.
Oh,
Like
based
you
on
have the
A choice.
based off what you're doing, yeah, based off the whole game, like they give you a
the moral
choice.
system.
You're going dark side and light side. All right. I hate when a game throws everything you did fucking
Out the
away
window.
based off your last answer that you asked. And the
Yeah.
whole game, no matter what you do, is I think one of the Fable games did that.
Hmm.
Like the first
The first
Fable,
one.
I think it was
The
like
first
that.
one.
Yeah, the first one did that. Which
All it
pissed
did,
off a lot
all
of
the
people.
light and dark side did was change the way you looked.
Wow.
Yes, and same thing for here. The only thing the light and dark side did is just the dialogue
Wow.
throughout the game of the guys, what they say to each other. The light and dark, the angel and devil guy talk to each other. But at the very ending, my guy was dark, but yet I got the good ending because I accidentally hit the wrong one. Like, right, I didn't even understand the fucking question they were trying to ask me. They're like, you let him rest in peace or leave him be. And I
Yeah.
thought leave him be meant let him there and die, and rest in peace was to kill him, but it was the opposite.
Oh.
So I fucking clicked it, and then I ended up getting the good ending where I saved humanity or whatever. You go into the arc because
who wants to
and they
save
show
the
all
world?
characters you save.
Must be good.
But still, regardless, but I was going for a bad ending. So now they got my little bad character closing the caskets on everybody, but with a good ending. It just made no
Yeah.
fucking sense at all.
That
So
sucks.
I had to mention, and then I looked it up. I'm like, maybe there's an ending I didn't do. Maybe I did like a short ending or whatever. And I looked it up, and everybody said the same fucking thing. It's this last boss who's not challenging. He's just as challenging as every other fucking boss you fight in this game. Super disappointing. Very, very disappointing. Like that is a game that had so much potential, but didn't utilize not a single bit of it, and
Yeah.
very disappointing.
It was a small staff, so they overlooked a lot of things because it's such a small staff.
They needed to come down and just concentrate on some of the things they tried too many different things.
That's what I
going
said.
on.
I told you.
Too many different storylines, game mechanics, things that overall kind of fun, but they don't really mesh into one game.
Mm-mm.
And I think that it's needed to hold it down on what they were trying to do. And just it was super repetitive. A lot of things were super repetitive. It was just I think also another thing. I
Well, come
think
on,
this
wrap it
game
up.
would
Wrap
have
it up.
been real quick. I think the game would have been a little bit better if it came out before Ghost of Tsushima, because Ghost of
Maybe.
Tsushima did it so much better than what
Yeah.
this game did.
Okay.
So that's
All
it.
right. So I know Kevin and Randy are finally drinking something tonight. What are you guys are drinking today?
Finally, didn't I drink fucking Kona last week?
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Because you skipped so many episodes. Because I know you had your shot and you weren't feeling well, so I forget.
Oh yeah, no. Last week it was beer.
Mm,
This week it's wine.
wine.
It
What
was
type of
beer, and the
wine?
week before that, he was drinking some kind of shot or something, some kind of
Oh, I had a
alcohol.
no. I was having water at first, and like I had like a shot of tequila because I mentioned, my Voldemort.
Yeah.
Kevin, how'd Jay you drink water?
No, because I need water because I'm dehydrated.
It was so scared.
I have my Smirnoff.
Wait, so you can't drink alcohol and water because alcohol dehydrates you anyways.
No, I was dehydrated when I came here, and I started drinking. I started drinking this instinctively, and I was like,
Oh my
"They
god.
won't mind me drinking water as well, right?"
It's
so
whatever.
I,
Wrong.
so at this moment, I am drinking mimosa watermelon flavor
Ooh.
Smirnoff. It's actually really good. So every week, I'm going to buy. I have like a different ton of Smirnoffs, and
Yeah.
I wanted to give you guys a review on the green one,
Uh-huh.
but I came late, so yeah,
Well,
it
how's
was
this
good.
one?
This one, it's
Give us that
actually
review. Come on.
okay. Hold on, let me take a swig, and I got you right now. Okay.
Let that get that
Yeah.
palate
Okay. Now
taste in. There
switch
you
it
go.
around. Switch it around. Yeah. Okay.
Swallow.
You got a bucket to spit. Whoa.
Swallow it slowly, slower.
Slowly.
What?
Let it go down
You're not
your
a quitter,
throat.
right, Kevin? Because so you're not a quitter, right? Because as we all know, like spitters are quitters. So
Just mix
Oh
it
man.
fast, clean it up.
This is
I
the
Well, I
like
took
it.
a
wrong
swig.
this is the wrong
Wrong
podcast.
podcast.
Wrong podcast.
Okay.
So how is it?
So you don't really get a hit of watermelon as much. It's like the last bit, but it's pretty sweet when you first taste it. Becomes a little bit bitter, and going down, you get like the splash of watermelon.
Yeah.
A little bit. It's not taste is a little bit strong. Like I would say, like it's a Hulk kind of flavor, like the Incredible Hulk. It's very strong
Oh.
in the beginning,
Oh.
and then it's mellowed down. It's like a little sweet, like Yoshi, a little
Mhm.
Yoshi sweet, and then that bitterness just comes at you like it's very subtle. So it's like like a piccolo, very cool, calm, and collected.
Like a
Has that deep
piccolo.
yeah, we're
voice.
mentioning characters for these tastings.
Yeah, no, because it's very like I believe it or not, I thought about this before, like when I was trying the other one, the sample one. And
Yeah.
I was like, man, I gotta write this shit down. So I like just remember the 3 points that I wanted to remember. How strong it is, if it's sweet, and if it isn't sweet, then I have like a counter for it. Like it's like for my coffee drink, it would be like if it's coffee flavored like alcohol, I'll be like, oh, it's like it has packs a punch like Donkey Kong or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's like I try to balance taste, sweetness if it's there, and then how strong the alcohol is, and it's very subtle. It's very I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot.
Cool. Okay.
On that side too.
All right, so we are gonna move to actually, well, we're not moving to any articles. We got E3 coming up soon, so for the past 2 days they've been announcing a
Wow.
lot of games already. Lots of announcements, gameplay footage, things like that. Even before E3, this is like the summer fest of games. Basically, that was what they're doing right now. So I just wanted to talk about a couple of game reveals that they have announced for the past 2 days. Nothing I want to get into deep about because I want to get back to our original topic, which is going to be we're going to be talking about our E3 predictions. But Battlefield 2042, it was announced with gameplay footage. Well, the gameplay footage as soon as going to be revealed is what I meant to say. So they announced they won't have a single player campaign or a battle royale. So what are your thoughts on games like Battlefield and Call of Duty following this trend of being more multiplayer focused? Like, do you think they alienate those who like single player campaigns, or are you okay with them sticking to just multiplayer? Randy?
I, I mean, Okay, so based on whatever game you get, obviously you're gonna play like a certain mode. Because for me, shooters, Call of Duty, Battlefield, they don't really tickle my fancy. I'm not gonna go out and buy them exactly. But the fact that there isn't any campaign is kind of upsetting because if it's just gonna be multiplayer only, I guess I'm used to it being like how to put it, like either solely multiplayer games are either free or just really cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Like Dead by Daylight, for example, it's a multiplayer game only, and I don't think it's a whole $60. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
So
if you're
you
only gonna sell a multiplayer experience, don't ask for like a full-fledged triple A price. Even though it is a triple A game, it doesn't feel like it's worth it.
so you
Because
don't
like, what
think
is
the
it?
quality will be there because it's only multiplayer?
Oh no, no, no. The quality
Is that what you're saying?
will still most likely fucking be there, but
Okay.
I just don't think that it's worth a full $60 price.
Okay. Well, what about games like Overwatch? You don't think those are $60 because it's just fully
Hell no,
multiplayer?
God no, never,
No.
never. Honestly, no. Having paid Overwatch full price, no. Even for PlayStation, the only one that they sold was the Origin Edition,
Yeah.
which I think was like 80 or 90 somewhere along the lines. I wasn't gonna fucking pay for that. Once I saw that it was on sale for like $15, I'm like, yeah, this is the actual price for this game.
Especially with all the
15 to
money,
20 bucks.
some people might actually pay for loot boxes and stuff.
No, of course, especially with that. But I
Yeah.
don't know if Battlefield's gonna have loot boxes. But
I
yeah,
wouldn't put it
no,
past them.
Yeah, I
honestly,
wouldn't. I wouldn't
Yeah.
either.
because
Uh,
what is it? Battlefront 2, that was essentially pay to win, wasn't it?
yeah. Initially, yes, and then they changed it because of all the backlash.
But still, like
Hmm.
that's not gonna make them stop.
Yeah. Yeah. Kevin, what do you think about your thoughts on this?
What was the question again?
Yeah,
So like
I missed the exact question too.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I
so
kind of
be,
got
so
lost.
because Battlefield 2042 is going to be multiplayer only, this new like AAA game, it's going to
Battlefield.
be strictly multiplayer. So what are your thoughts on like Call of Duty, Battlefield, all those the multiplayer games only sticking with multiplayer? Like, do you think that they're
I'm
alienating single player people, or you think it's okay to just stick with multiplayer because it's the more popular preference?
okay. Okay, so I'm not huge into Call of Duty. I'm not saying like oh well multiplayer I would say because I play zombies, but that's not really like the competitive multiplayer thing. And I've always seen that since I would say um three battle Call of Duty Black Ops 3 or 4. I forgot which one it was. That the campaign like the campaigns became shorter and shorter in time. So I felt like this was like inevitable. Like they were gonna just focus on what makes them the most money, which is usually like battle passes and all that stuff. Like can any of you guys remember the story from what is it?
Any other Call of
And
Duties?
and any of the Call of Duties, even the one that they went to space. Like you know what I mean? Like it's one of
They
those
went to
things. Like
space?
yeah, they went to space.
Yeah, Call
Infinite.
of
What
Oh,
was it?
oof,
What
I
was
can't
it? Advanced
remember.
Warfare.
modern.
Advanced Warfare.
Advanced
Oh god,
Warfare that was space. And
I'm
I
old.
the only reason I knew the story was because my friend played it. I can care less about the story, you know what I mean? Because it never makes sense to me. Like they go to space and they're back on Earth, and then it's like tech. I'm like I can't do this. But like there's characters that do that people would miss, and like you won't understand like where this character comes from, like Woods or Boom or whoever. You know what I mean? Like you won't know where these characters are from if you don't have the story. But
Hmm.
I think now it's like they're so focused on battle royales and everything that I don't really think it matters if they add a single player. Like it's just like everybody's just gonna play multiplayer zombies or whatever. But Battlefield, I didn't even know Battlefield had a story. Like to
Yeah,
be honest with you, I didn't understand if it did or didn't. But
yeah.
I
yeah,
don't think it's had a story for a while now,
years,
since like
years.
3 and 4, no?
Hmm.
I really can't remember. It's
Because
just
I,
really
I
just a
think
thought
3 was the
because
last one that I actually played that had a story to
it's
it.
really just a thought
Yeah.
because Call of Duty like they've had some years where they only did multiplayer and then had some years where they added a campaign and then I don't know. I don't know. It's just a question that came to mind. Danny,
No,
real quick, your
oh,
thoughts
go
on
ahead.
it.
I think it's a trend that's starting to become more popular now. I mean,
Mm,
Apex, same shit.
Yeah,
Um,
true, 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 true.
the There was another one that you wanted me to play, Hunter, the hunting one.
Yeah, yeah.
Where same shit, no storyline, just you play.
Wait, but
Basically,
I have a question. Isn't Apex in the same universe as
Titanfall.
Titanfall?
Yeah.
yeah, but I didn't know
Oh,
that when I played it. I had
oh,
no
you're talking
idea.
about
If you
the
if you
story.
read the
I
lore,
mean, it's a
if you
completely
read,
different game too. Anyways.
But
yeah, but
oh
if
yeah,
you,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
of course, all these games have lore and stuff like that that you read afterwards. But if you just play the game, turn it on, you play it, you know any of that. Like,
Yeah.
I heard that later on. I was like, oh, shit, really? That's weird. Um, that's cool, I guess, but I don't know why you would really link them together like that because it's two different games. Um, and Street Fighter did it too. Street Fighter got a lot of flack for it though. Street Fighter 5,
It did. Yeah.
which
Well,
I think they were like,
a lot of people like the arcade thing. Like that was not something people requested, like to just focus on
yeah,
multiplayer. Like people love single player, the arcade modes, and just have like an individual story for each character. But people still enjoy
in
that.
Fortnite.
There's no reason why to remove it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think they were trying to jump on the bandwagon, but they did too early.
Yeah.
You know, because that's what at the end of the day, people play. That's what people want. You don't play the story over and over and over on Call of Duty or any of those games.
You
You
play it
play it
once and then you
once
go to
to
multiplayer.
get into the habit. It's fun, and then all you do is play multiplayer after that.
Yeah.
You know, how many times have we done that back in the day?
Oh yeah.
Not now, obviously, we don't play them now, but that's what we used to do back in the day. You know, and so I don't blame them from cutting it out. I mean, and the fan base is gonna pay $60. We're not gonna pay $60. Kevin, Randall, they might not pay $60 for this game.
Really?
Randall, whatever the fuck your name is, you with the
Oh
R.
my god.
You with
All right, so we're just gonna go on to the next one. I don't want to spend too much time talking about one thing. Death Stranding. Danny, I'm hear some shit about this. Death Stranding. So Kojima released a teaser trailer for a Death Stranding's director's cut.
All right, I'm ahead.
I shook my
my.
I shook my head so hard when I heard about this, and then I actually watched it just to see what the fuck this was about. And it's literally just Norman Reedus playing with a box for the most part, and then he jumps in it and then jumps out of it, and that's it. Like that's all it is, and it's just titled Death Stranding Director's Cut. And I'm thinking to myself, no one needs this. Like even fans, actual fans of Death Stranding, don't need this. Like Kojima had did enough with this game. It really is a one and done type of thing. Never have I heard that people are like itching for a fucking Snyder cut of Death Stranding. It's bullshit. So we're not gonna talk about the extra trailer itself, but
This goes right on par with the director's cut of Mario, of the Mario and Luigi.
What?
Oh, John Leguizamo?
They wanted to release. Like, why would you want to release a director's cut version of a movie that's horrible?
Yeah.
It's not gonna make it better.
So
Why would you want to release a director's cut of a game that's horrible?
So the game
It's not
itself
gonna make it
isn't what I want to discuss
Good.
exactly.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I really don't want to get into it because it's not worth talking about it. We've already talked about it before, and
We all know I'm right, so keep it moving.
well, yeah. So I feel like Kojima is doing this to throw people off because we've known Kojima to really like throw like weird or fake trailers
Okay.
to announce something completely different. So what are your guys' thoughts that maybe this is like some red herring or something to throw you off, thinking that this is what he's working on when like later on he'll surprise us with like the real game that he's working on?
I think it's stupid. I think it's really stupid. I think
The trailer?
No,
Or the
I think
idea?
the idea behind that is stupid. Because if that is true, let's say he's doing that as maybe as even a joke for him, knowing you guys don't really like this game that much, here's the director's cut. And you're right, it could be. You know what? It could be him making fun of director's cut because Zack Snyder, such a long movie, and then they made a director's cut. It's kind of what made us famous right now. Of a really longer fucking boring movie, right? So it could be a joke or a nod towards that. Like, look, we have Death Stranding. You guys said it was long and boring, and I have a director's cut.
That's a good point.
Longer. So it could be a joke towards that.
Yeah.
And in reality, he does have something else planned, and he just wanted to throw this out as like just to mess with people a little bit. But
Anybody else?
if it is true, like you said, that he is doing as a red herring, I think that would be a bad idea because of the fact that this game wasn't very. I don't think it really lived up to the expectations of what they wanted it to be.
It doesn't have
People
to though.
like,
That's the thing. And even more so, it's even more of a prank because it didn't live up to people's expectations, and
but
people are just
that's what
like,
I'm saying.
"What the fuck are you doing?
No, no,
Why
no,
are
no.
you working on
Hold
this
on.
game?"
That's what I'm saying. Okay, look, that's what I'm saying is because it would be a bad. Let's say this is real. Let's say he is, or let's say it is a red herring and he's going to promote something. I think it'd be a bad idea because people were disappointed with what the final product was. They liked whether they liked it or didn't, whatever, it didn't matter. But they were disappointed because they wanted the next Metal Gear, right? That's what they all wanted, and they wanted a fucking trilogy off of it. Most bullshit. They didn't get that, and then they're a little disappointed. So instead of going, okay, look, this I know I might have failed, and I'm making a joke out of it. I think he should be going, look, this is what my new project is going to be, and you guys are going to fucking love it even more. I guarantee you. Look, let me give you actual footage of my new project that I'm working on and that I have pure passion for, and then let us get excited for that, not this weird tease.
Kevin, why are you laughing?
Because I was scared of this going back to the same argument from before.
So,
I
well,
segued.
the part
and
that
Dad
got
are
me
fighting
heated,
again.
the part that got me heated about that wasn't even about the game itself. It was about the whole journalism aspect of it. But what
It
are
is true, too.
what are your thoughts of the trailer?
I find it funny because it's like a jab at director's cuts in general, like it's the whole idea of it. And at first I didn't know it was a Death Stranded trailer till like I was watching it. Like I was at work watching the summer festival, and I was looking at it like, huh, I think this is a joke. I was thinking and hoping it's a joke, and I was like, you know what? Maybe it is. Maybe somebody knows, or maybe somebody's in on the joke that I don't know. But then, and somewhere in there, I was like, I need to see a pizza. I need
A
him to
what?
fill this joke in like a pizza
pizza.
pot, like a pizza pot,
Delivering
and then just like
pizzas.
fill the
That's
joke up.
what
And I was,
You're
and
right.
I would have just been like, I would have been like, I was like, all right, so he's in on it or something. Like it was something about that did not feel like it didn't feel honest. I was like, this is not a true block string. I don't think this is real. Or if
Yeah.
it is real, it probably is like a red herring to something else. Like I wish that Kojima can still throw out the Metal Gear series and we can get like a Revengeance 2. Even though the game wasn't as
It wasn't
as
his.
good as
It wasn't
was.
his game either.
Yeah, I know that's what I'm saying. Like I wish he can get the title to just make the sequel to it.
Mhm.
Like even if it's even so, but who knows? It could be something like just as good as. I don't think it's gonna be just as good as Metal Gear, but I think I hope it's something that it's and he enjoys. Not
Well,
and
the rumors, and mind you, these are rumors, but the rumors are that he has been working on a horror game.
even
So, because at first people were saying, "Oh, he's working on a horror game. He's got to be working on the actual Silent Hills," but that still involves Konami, and Konami is not interested in working with him, or he's not interested with them. Who knows? Still, so it's not Silent Hill. It's got to be his own horror thing, because
But
he
what-
still wanted to work with Benicio del Toro as well. And there's also rumors that he's working with him, but he's been staying quiet about it. So, again, grain of salt. So.
But you know it's funny with things that we well I don't know if he doesn't want to work with them, like that's confirmed.
Did I say Benicio del Toro? I mean Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah,
I'm like,
Evan-
wait a minute.
One's that's her.
Yeah.
I was thinking
I
something
think that
completely
that PT with Benicio del Toro would be something very different.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. it would. Randy, what'd you think of the trailer or the idea?
I don't. For one, I just saw the like, what is it? The thumbnail for it, so I sent it to you.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it. I was watching
Okay.
Metal Slug Tactics.
You didn't
instead.
miss anything.
No, I know I didn't miss anything,
Yeah.
so that's why I didn't want to watch it. Like I said,
Did you-
Metal Slug
did you
Tactics.
play-
That I'm more excited for.
Yeah, I saw that actually.
Did you play the Death Stranding?
What happened?
Did you play
Did
Death
you play
Stranding?
Death Stranding?
No, I didn't, but I didn't want to because it didn't catch my
Hey,
attention.
guess what? You didn't miss anything.
You're a better man for it.
And there was, believe me, there was a lot of like people like really, really sucking that fucking game off. They were like, "Oh, this is like a really fucking
Yeah.
good game.
As this
It's an
Kojima.
artistic masterpiece." Blah blah blah.
Mm.
You don't understand because you didn't play. I don't need to understand because even though Kojima has a very like grand spectrum of storytelling, most of the time it's pretty incoherent. Death
Yeah.
Stranding being the first game of this series, if it is a series,
The story is
I didn't
coherent.
expect much from it. Is it?
The story is very coherent. It's not convoluted like Metal Gear is, but the problem is that there's no game. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like it cannot be an artful masterpiece if there's nothing to play.
Yeah.
All you're
what-
doing, all it is an adventure game. That's all it is.
Now, what if, right? This is never gonna happen. But what if the director's cut, right? He's serious about the director's cut.
He turned it
and
into
the
an action
game-
game.
And it's fucking Returnal meets fucking Death Stranding.
Returnal. I'd play it.
You know what I mean? Like that.
I'd
level
give it a
of action.
chance.
You're like, you know what? Fuck you want action? Here it is. Damn. Action.
Maybe.
All out.
I
Plus the story.
I doubt it.
I'd play it. I would play that.
I doubt it. That's very wishful thinking. But all
It's
right,
not
so
100% not, but
so that's it for that. We'll leave it at that because this is just a funny thing that he just did. I can't believe he'd made that trailer. But
Okay, can we actually talk about Metal Slug Tactics though?
Wait, there's Metal Slug Tactics?
yeah,
Yeah.
so very briefly, yes. I was actually pretty intrigued by that because I'm a big Metal Slug fan for the like original arcades.
Yeah,
So
I love
and
those.
then like the fact that it's still in the art style of like Metal Slug, but with the tactics look, like it looked cool.
The whole grid based RPG thing.
Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna send you a link later on to an anniversary collection thing for Metal Slug.
Okay.
So remind me. Afterwards.
Okay.
Okay, I went.
Cool.
I went to.
Kevin.
I'll put
okay.
it in chat.
Yeah. Okay. But so you're excited about it?
Oh hell yeah, dude! The trailer was really cute. The art style was amazing,
It's really
and
cute.
even like
Aw.
even how simplistic the what.
Why'd you take offense when he just said that?
What?
Sorry,
Fucking-
he did.
Let me say it's cute because it was adorable. I'm sorry, but to see everything like back in its old SNK like kind of doodles, I
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah,
I'm interested
I
in
did
like
too. I'm not
mechanics
gonna
behind
lie.
it.
I
Yeah,
did. I'm the same way.
dude, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
But with the grid-based RPGs, I've only found a handful that like interest me. Like to be quite honest, Final Fantasy Tactics isn't one that I would go for. One that I have mentioned before for the PSP, being Jeanne d'Arc, that one was really fun because it's an anime version of fucking Joan of Arc.
Joan of Arc.
Like,
Yeah.
what's not to love?
Yeah.
So now that it's Metal Slug meets grid-based RPG, yes please. And I know that also isn't Disgaea on
Skya.
yeah.
The Sky is the only one I really liked.
That,
The
I
first-
haven't played
yeah.
any of them honestly.
Yeah, they're really good. The
What?
problem with Final Fantasy Tactics
I
is too
haven't.
fucking hard. It's way too
Yeah.
hard. It's
It put me off on
overcomplicated.
tactics games for a long time.
Yeah, because it's not. Yeah, it's overcomplicated. They overcomplicated it with creating the summoner and all the crazy shit. It's fun. I mean, it's unique if you think about it a little bit, but it's just way too many classes and things, and they throw too much shit. It becomes way too fucking hard, and it throws you off. But the Sky was a very nice balance, and that was really fun.
Okay.
Story
Also,
needed a
those
little more,
games like
but
long as shit for no reason.
You say,
yeah,
Kevin?
a lot of because every one of those battles is like a fucking hour long. So
Yeah. What'd you say, Kevin?
and
No, I was gonna say that's the reason I have my PlayStation name as Dude Man Bro, but it's spelled DOOD because of the Prinnies, the penguins. Those are my favorite characters because every sentence ends with dude. Got this, dude. And then when you launch them, they blow up. So I was like, that is the worst thing to ever.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, no, so it makes sense. All right, so little sidetrack. There's a mod for Left 4 Dead 2 where the pipe bomb is a Prinny.
That's why I love it. And he says, dude.
Man. All right, so they have two more videos that they had announced. Elden Ring finally has been revealed, and it actually looks really good. So I've always loved like the enemy designs of, the Dark Souls games because they always looked really scary and threatening. Like they looked really cool and unique. So this trailer that they released has gameplay footage in it, along with a little bit of a story to it. So it looks like it's open world, hopefully, and you have a mount, which seems like you could attack while you're on it. One of the biggest things that stood out was the voice acting, as if there was actually actual dialogue in the story, which I'm hoping is the case, and not another game where you just have to read and find the lore, just like any Dark Souls and Bloodborne game. So, did you guys get to watch the video? What are your thoughts on that stuff? Like, because we talked about Dark Souls before, and we said how repetitive and boring it is. Does this interest you at all?
Okay.
Kevin
Randy,
first. Kevin, go.
Okay. Hi, I'm Kevin. It's a pleasure to meet you. Okay. So I just want to ask: is it made from Soft?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. It is a From
Okay.
game.
Okay. Because I didn't.
And George
didn't-
R. Martin.
Ooh,
Yes.
Okay. So it has that very dark, gritty, Dark Souls feel to it. So I like immediately fell in love once I saw it. And then I saw the horse, and I was like, "Oh, it's Dark Souls with a horse! Yes, I can finally run away.
It's Breath of the Souls.
I could probably run away.
I can run and prove my point that you're not gonna catch me." But it looks so fucking good. I don't gasm over games often, but that game really was like, I was like, that's why I want a P5. I know it's for the P4, but I was like, that's why I want a P5 now. Like that's a game I'll drop money on it just to get it. It looks amazing. The combat looks fast as hell. For it's very like it feels so engaging. You know what I mean? Like when the enemy attacks you, you can dodge, and then they do like a follow-up attack. I was like, stop giving me so much to look at. The travel system looks amazing. When they jumped off the little spell that they had and they flew up, I was
Up
like,
the mountain,
yeah. I was like, that's fucking good. I like this. 10 out of 10. I'm gonna play the game.
So this is definitely a system seller for you.
It's definitely sold me on it. Demon
Okay.
Souls not so much because I didn't grow up on it, but Elden Ring, yeah, they got me.
And Randy?
It looks a lot like Dark Souls too.
Yeah.
Also, first off, Kevin,
That's-
you just
that's
started
all you
drinking
got?
that, like 10 minutes ago. Why is that done?
That's a Smirnoff. It's a lot.
Well, fair.
Oh, shit.
So Randy, that's all you got? You're not impressed by it or anything? It didn't really do anything for you?
And on
I
that,
mean,
note, I'm gonna
okay.
get another drink.
Here's the thing with the whole Dark Souls series. Like, again, it did get very repetitive, and this one looking exactly like fucking 2, especially with the hooded woman.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if you have George R. Martin stapled on your game. As of right now, my expectations are very low, if not set to like the normal Dark Souls standards, where it's like, oh, this game is gonna be hard, and it's a bunch of dudes in armor swinging swords, big fucking deal.
Mm-hmm.
What did impress me though was the creativity with some of the bosses that you saw, especially the fucking lightning dragon,
Yeah.
fucking Zeus with wings over there. I was like, okay, that looks like fun. But aside from, I don't know, I'm hoping that they actually like change up a lot of things. Because what is it? Even like the hype of the Demon Souls remake, it lasted for a week, and nobody talked about it ever again.
Yep.
Well, because it's just the hype of a new PS5 game, I think for the most part. It's not even that it was Demon Souls.
It's the
I
hype
mean,
of a
but
new
people were
of a
excited it was
Souls game,
Demon
that's the
Souls
thing.
because the problem with Demon Souls, I can tell you there's a couple of reasons people were hype about the game, and it wasn't because of the actual game. It was number one, it was a PS5 game. Number two, Demon Souls, I can't remember who it was by, but they lost the rights to that game. I believe it's from Software, but they lost the rights to that game, and they couldn't remake it. They had troubles trying to remake it because they wanted to. So when it was finally announced that they was remaking it by a different developer, because someone finally got a hold of the rights, people were excited that they finally got the rights to it. And now we can remake it. So that was like a big a big deal like in the news spectrum. Well, I don't know what the fuck you call it, but that was pretty much it. Like once the game came out, I could understand completely why people were hyped about playing it because it's a new PS5 game, and then it just died down and disappeared. Danny, what about you with the Elden Ring game?
I halfway agree with Mr. R. I think that
Say it. Wait, hold on. Before you continue, say my name. Go ahead.
Randall.
No. Fucking Christ.
That's weird.
Okay,
Say my name,
this is
Randall.
why I joke.
Okay.
No, because fucking Mr. R, you with the R, Randall. No, Randy.
It's not that hard.
And I
Danny,
had a side
just
note.
yeah.
Mr. So, but what he
Go
was
ahead.
saying, Mr. R was saying, is that like it looks
I'll take
exactly
that.
like all the rest of the Dark Souls games. I agree 100%. Like that's the first thing that popped in my head was I didn't know much about it. Danny just watched the trailer, so I popped it up and I'm like, oh, it's Dark Souls 2. What is this? And it's because it's not just the character models; it's the scenery model, the background, the cathedral looking exactly like every fucking cathedral in Dark Souls looked exactly 100% the same. So that was disappointing, and I'm like, whatever. But
Mhm.
as I started to watch the game, I think, and I'm not sure, but I think because they are making it a little more open ended, I don't think it's going to be as hard as the Dark Souls series. I think it's going to be on the
Demons.
Force. What's the last Force game? Force Awakens.
Force
I
Unleashed?
think
No, not Force Unleashed.
Unleashed.
No.
it was Force Awakens.
Force
Fallen
No.
Order.
Fallen
The
Order.
Fallen
Fallen
Order.
Order.
Yes.
Okay, I think it's going to be on that level of hard, where there are it's a lot. It is challenging. Don't get me wrong. You die, you start over, whatever. But I don't think you're gonna be able to take hits a little more because they show tons of. They show like 4 or 5 people, 5 or 6 people, and once fighting you. And in the Dark Souls games, one hit you die. So there's
Yeah.
no way they're gonna just constantly swarm you. That's just not even fair for a Dark Souls game. Because they're like the constantly
I
swarming you,
don't know.
that means you should be able to take more of a hit. That means it'd probably be more on the level of the way the Force Fallen Order game is, I think. And it might be their way of trying to introduce more of a story because part of those games, it's not 100% about the story, it's about the challenge. That's what makes Dark Souls so great. Other
Yeah.
people like Dark Souls, but it also what made it stale at the same time because it was like, all right, I get it, I'm gonna die a lot, but that's part of me learning. I'm gonna die and learn how to fight that, and then keep going. But you can't really tell a story like that because if you know how to if you know how to play the Dark Souls, you know how to dodge every boss and do everything. Games are fucking short, they're really short, they're extremely short. So I think with using George R. R. Martin having an actual script and wanting to actually tell a story, you're gonna have to make it more of an action-based type game in a different style,
Yeah.
similar to that. So that's my theory. That's what
That's
I
a good
think. And
point.
if they do that, I think that'd be more fun because again, we're all kind of bored of. We got it. We played the game. It's fucking hard. We got it. We did Dark Souls. We don't want that. We want something new, and I think this will be new. So if you give us that world and you give us all those characters, but let it tell a story of why we're fighting these fucking guys, I think that'd be more fun.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Can I
What
say
All
do you
right.
something
think?
else?
Well, no, let's just move on. We're gonna move on
Wait,
to
wait,
the
wait,
to
wait,
the
wait,
to the
wait.
final
Quick,
thing.
quick,
We're
quick,
gonna
quick,
move
quick.
on to the final thing.
Way to get your
2021
point.
is the year of the tall lady.
Yeah.
Did you see?
Uh,
Did you see that tall ass ginger that throws you into the fucking air and stabs you?
so
the game's coming out in
Oh
2022
yeah,
though.
let's
yeah.
move on. We're gonna go to the final video, which is
Big
Solar
lady.
Ash. So that was shown today as well, and it looks like a stylish, like cell shaded version of Shadow of the Colossus, which I thought was cool, which is why I might want to mention it. So it was a bit more fast paced with the climbing and the action to it. So did you guys see that video? What are your thoughts on that?
Oh yeah.
Randy's gonna get more wine. Danny, what'd you think of the video?
I thought it was fun. I mean, it's nothing. It's not a game I'm gonna get overly excited to play. I mean, I might. It looked like really nice. It looked like Shadow Colossus meets the fucking that dog or Kami game. Like they kind of meshed them together and got this beautiful
The
looking
Last
game.
Guardian?
Oh,
Yeah.
Kami. Oh,
Okay.
Last Guardian.
No, Kami. I don't think.
Oh,
Kami.
Kami,
'Cause you
you.
have
I
like
didn't. I missed that part. Okay.
you kind of meshed them together and you got this beautiful nice colors and stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm just. I need more than what they showed on that one. They basically just showed them fighting that one fucking giant celestial thing. I need to know more about the game and if there's gonna be a story and if it's gonna be interesting. Otherwise, it's to me just doesn't look that appealing.
Okay. Did you not like Shadow of the Colossus?
Love Shadow
Is
Colossus, but Shadow Colossus is the way it's the reason why it's so great because the way it looked.
so you
You
just
know,
not digging the
it
art style
looked.
for this one?
Yeah, I'm not digging the art style, and if you're gonna create Shadow Colossus again, you should have. It should be much grandiose or much. You should just blow it out the water, and this doesn't blow it out the water. This
Mm-hmm.
is and this game came out first, and then they decided to do Shadow Colossus, and then they fucking blew that out the water. You know, like so. You're
Okay.
gonna rip it off, but he's being a little more interesting.
Kevin, what are your thoughts?
Okay, so I had to relook at the trailer again, and that's because of nostalgia. Um, so me looking at the game, it gives me a lot of feels. It gives me Shadow of the Colossus. That's one, obviously, because the big monster. It gives me Jet Set Radio because of the grinding in the beginning,
Yeah.
and the way she moves. So I was intrigued with that. And the way that she climbs, it made me feel like Breath of the Wild, like. And I was like, I hope that they don't have like a stamina system with climbing, but let me see if I was right. But it looks very very pretty, as Randy would
Mm-hmm.
say. Oh, there is no stamina system. Oh, as we can tell, it looks really good. Like the colors are a little bit mesh, like they like some of them blend together really well, especially the way the character looks. Very nice. I'm excited for it. I want to see if it's like what's it about. You know what I mean? But I don't like I would say the linear looking movement. It looks like
Yeah.
when you
I
when you
think
walk like when you. Mhm.
no, I was just gonna say I think like I mean you're right because there's really not too much to go on with the video that they showed. It's
Mhm.
still really hard to judge what we could expect with this type of game because it's only
Mhm.
what 2 minutes, less than that
It's
long.
a it's a
It was
it's
like
a
20
minute
seconds.
long.
Yeah, so there's really not much to it. But those are just the feels that we're getting. I
Hmm.
wanted to know what kind of feels you guys got for for
I
that.
honestly, the way I'm looking at it, it looks good, but the style of it reminds me of a game that it's like on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember.
Fury.
Fury. Yes,
Fury,
there we
really?
go. Yeah, the
Yeah,
way it looks,
The art
looks
style.
just like yeah, the
Okay.
art style looks just like Fury. And like it has like a blend of a bunch of games. I hope that it
Fury,
doesn't
Dead Cells.
Dead Cells.
That
It
tells
has
more of
Jet.
a pixelated look, though. I don't think
Yeah,
so.
No,
but
I
I
mean
would
like
say
the hand drawn shit.
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But I would say it looks like Fury. It looks like it plays like Breath of the Wild, Shadow of the Colossus, and Jet Set Radio. And
Yeah, that's it
yeah,
radio. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. And then it definitely looks like I hope it's its own thing. I hope it doesn't fall into like the stereotype of biting from a certain apple and then like getting stuck in it. But again, it's only a minute long, so we don't know the full like details of the game. But from my impression, it looks good. I want to see what it becomes afterwards, and I hope it's something like its own,
Yeah.
like its own thing. It doesn't get lost in the sauce, as people would say.
Randy.
Just a faster paced Shadow of the Colossus. The climbing is fast. No, no, no. Honestly, because
No,
like
no,
the
no,
climbing,
no.
everything seems super mobile.
Mhm.
So clearly, there's like a lot more points for you to hit on these monsters as opposed to having to like slow climb up something and then like hit one point three times. The second that you break one, you have to go to another and another and another and then
Mhm.
traverse the rest of the monster.
And
Mm-hmm.
don't
Is it
fall
gonna
off.
be? Yeah. Is it gonna be something crazy? Maybe. We'll see. I actually liked it.
Mm,
Okay.
okay.
It is a formula that's like already been done already, but their take, I'm intrigued
Okay.
Mm.
Cool. Cool.
because
That's
it's
about
like,
to
oh, I'm gonna kill
reward.
this thing. Let me go along its entire body. I'm gonna start at the wings, go on its back, and at its head, and you know,
Yeah. All right. So, well, keep in mind all of the stuff that we discussed so far. These are not E3 announcements. This is Summerfest announcements. So, if you guys want to check it out, just go on YouTube and look it up. Battlefield 2042, we talked about Death Stranding, Elden Ring, and Solar Ash. Again, we're not going to talk about any specific news. So we are going to talk about some E3 predictions. I should mention just before we get to that stuff, what we're really going to talk about is just what we think they're going to show. What are they going to announce? Any companies we're looking forward to announcing things, any games we probably think they're going to announce, anything of that sort. So the question is, who is at E3? Online. Gearbox, Guerrilla Games, Devolver, Ubisoft, Bethesda, Square Enix, Take-Two, Capcom, Atlas,
Koch Media.
Nintendo, Koch Media, Bandai Namco, Steam/Valve. So Valve is going to announce some stuff. Warner Brothers and Activision. So that's just to name a few that are going to be announcing some stuff in the next couple of days. So what are your predictions, guys? I'll start with Danny.
Final Fantasy Origin.
Take a
I
shot.
think.
What?
I
Origins?
know. Yeah, they talk. It's the Final Fantasy Dark Souls game that's supposed to be set in the first.
Oh,
Actually, the world is in the first ever game
With
of
the
first
Warrior of
ever
Light?
Final Fantasy. Yeah.
you think so?
I think
Okay.
So I think that's what it's going to be based. Well, they already talked about that's what it's going to be based off, but I think that's what they're going to announce. I don't think. I think people are hoping, obviously, for, Final Fantasy 2 teaser. I don't think it's going to happen, because Intergrade just came out and this is next week, so that's not going to happen. I think maybe next fucking year, around this time, they'll talk about how it might be coming out towards the end of the year, if at all. It comes out next year. I mean, there's always a chance because they like to, pull out their cock sometimes and go, "Look at all the shit I'm doing." But
And you'll see it 3 years from now.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's why they gave you this Integrate right now the way they did is just to look. I'm gonna hold you over. This is just a taste of what we're gonna do.
Hold me over. It
And
lasted a
again,
day.
I know. There's a slight chance that you might get the Final Fantasy teaser. But I think out of Final Fantasy Square Enix, I think that's going to be the big one. But they show some footage, like a teaser trailer, and maybe a little more from the new Final Fantasy because they have a lot of Final Fantasy shit coming out. I also I'm hoping I always hear rumors of this of the Guardians of the Galaxy game made by the people who did DSX.
I've never heard
And
this.
I
What
think
is
that
this?
sounds- Oh, do you even read?
Do I read?
It's from what is that? Ito's Montreal, I think it is, something like that.
Yeah.
The people who did the DSS game, they're making Guardians of the Galaxy game.
I did not hear this.
Yeah,
Ooh, I think I heard this.
and it's supposed to be, the same way all those DSX fucking games are. And if you think about it, that fits perfectly with Guardians of the Galaxy because it has all those crazy worlds and places and things like that, and all bounty hunting, all this shit. And I think that'll be a fun game. I don't think it's gonna be. I think it'll be probably on the same level of the last Marvel game.
I was just gonna
Whereas,
say
it
I'm very
could
wary
be
about games
great.
after Avengers.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
this
God.
could be great, but I don't think it will be.
Uh,
I think it'll be more hype than anything else, and I know it'll be fun to play for a little bit.
Yep.
Let's see, Knights of the Republic. I think they might do that. That's my other one I wrote down. The remake. I think they're gonna come out with that. Announce it anyway, the same way they did, Dark Souls last year or 2 years ago, whatever it was. I think that's gonna be one of their big ones, because people love that game so much. And from Nintendo's was my last one because I don't want to take too many people still thinking about this. I got two more actually. One, I don't know if it's true or not, but I think Borderlands is they might announce something out of that developer that they have. It's called Teeny Tiny something.
Tiny
something like
Tina's
that.
Wonderland.
Yeah, Tiny.
They didn't announce it already.
Okay, so I think they'll do that one, and then I think a Nintendo Switch Pro is going to be the biggest thing that comes out at the end of the day.
I could probably see that.
They'll come out with the name, or if they're not calling it Nintendo fucking Switch Pro, they'll come out, Nintendo Switch, bigger, lighter, fucking same shit, but we're trying to compete with the big boy.
The Wii Switch.
Yeah, Wii Switch.
Switch side.
Those are my predictions.
The Switch.
I'm still excited obviously, I'm a Final Fantasy geek, so I'm excited about the Final Fantasy one, like so much so that I'll probably play the original because I haven't played the fucking original in years. I can't remember. It's been a long fucking time. Like it's when I had a PC, and I had to the emulators. So I would probably find an emulator of it somewhere, or maybe see if they have a phone version of it, and play that first. before, but I'm excited for that Dark Souls like game. I'm curious on what they're gonna do and what they can do.
Okay.
With that world. So
All right. All right, Randy, your turn. What are your
Um,
predictions?
I,
Or any
first off, I
comments
don't.
of Danny's?
Okay, so I was actually going to comment solely on that, mainly because it's like, as you know, I don't really follow much of like these game shows or anything, so I
Mhm.
don't really have predictions or expectations. But having mentioned, I'll do the Borderlands one first, only because they're kind of already. It's weird. They're making a spin-off of something that was already a DLC. Because in Borderlands
yeah.
2, they had the Assault on Dragon Keep,
Mm-hmm.
and
Hmm.
now we're basically doing that again. Because to me, Borderlands 3 fucking flopped. I didn't like it
I
at all.
liked it. I liked it a lot. I had
Eh,
fun with it.
uh, well, the teach
I
your
also
own.
didn't. I also never
We
played.
can't all be
Uh,
right. It's okay.
but
No
I,
worries.
but I never. But I didn't play part two though. That's the thing.
No, part two was amazing. Two is fucking
I know.
incredible.
I know. So I played part one. I played a little bit of part two, like maybe. I never. I can't even say I played part two at all. So I played part one, skipped part two, which everybody kept telling me was great, and then I played part three, and obviously three is better than one, or just a little bit more. So
Three's a
I
bit better than
I
one.
enjoy.
I'll give it
So
that.
yeah. So that's the only reason why I enjoyed it. I thought the mechanics behind, everything, but only because I think and I heard this from a lot of different people saying that two was just way better than three, and they're disappointed in it. So
Yeah, play it. You'll see what they mean. But
yeah.
I can tell that like because honestly, the best DLC from all of two was the Assault on Dragon Keep. So they're riding off of success, off of something that I don't know. I'm looking forward to it honestly because maybe they'll like fix a lot of things and maybe go back to the second one. But whatever.
But I
Uh,
think the
for
story of part three is just they beat him dead horse. They had no fucking like they were
Well,
like
let's
pushing
not
through
debate of
bolts in
the
other
old
places.
games. Let's just talk about the predictions. Let's just like
But that's what I'm saying. And the teeny tiny, I think they have to redo it and have to give it a new story and give it something else. Spin off.
no,
You
it is
have to
going to
spin
be a
off
new
at this point.
story, obviously. But the thing is that it's just going to be a DLC. Whether it's
Okay.
a spin-off game, I
okay.
feel like it's going to be a pre-sequel in short. But regardless, Final Fantasy Origins, Team Ninja is the one behind it that did Neo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Neo was
That
fun.
is correct.
Neo was pretty fun. I did like that. But also, Team Ninja was a team behind Dissidia and T, the
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
console Dissidia, which I did not fucking like at all.
Dang,
Team
what's
Team
that?
Team Ninja has had some flops, but they've also had some pretty good stuff too. So
No, of
it
course,
could be
yeah.
a hit or miss with that game. You're right. It
Because
could flop just as
quick
hard as the
question.
Cydia did.
Team Ninja, they no, no, never mind, never mind. I was gonna ask if they did Other M, the Metroid game, but that was Ninja Theory,
The
right?
Ninja Theory, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. God bless. Um, I was gonna like lose all faith if that was them, but no. Again, like the Cydia, like the franchise that started as like the kind of you know, whole fandom. Well, how to put it? No, fan service brawler for the PSP.
Wait,
I
wait, wait,
love
wait.
the
Did you
first one,
hold on, Randy? Did you say team? What was it? Who made Other M?
Ninja Theory.
No, that was actually Team Ninja.
It was Team
Team Ninja
Ninja.
did Other M.
Ooh,
I'm looking at it right now.
Ah,
no.
Yeah,
I
I had to
I
look it
You
up because
take
I was
back
like,
all
scary.
the negative.
he was like, "Yo, here's this
I'm
compliment. Let me take it back."
Yep.
let me hold that nice thing I said real quick. I bet. Thanks. But again, no. As Danny said, like they had their good ones, they had their fucking flops. It's really hard to tell because Neo. I didn't play the first one. I played the second one. I did enjoy it. Would I replay it? Definitely not. What is it? Fucking Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, that's awesome. The Cydia NT. I fucking hated it. They as of right now for me, it's looking like a more 30% good, 70% bad. Would I still play it? Yes, for the sole reason that I love the Warrior of Light and to take place in like the same world as that. All right, cool. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, but I just don't want some silly, fast-paced hack and slash that just has a Final Fantasy name tacked onto it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
know what I mean?
So
That's why I said I'm super curious on what they're gonna do for it.
so you have no predictions at all? Anything? Any expectations?
No, honestly, no. Like I don't really enjoy these the whole
Okay.
thing with that because
So
most of the time it's just like a a lot of hopes that come up, and then it's kind of a letdown afterwards. So I'd rather have like the final product come out and then be disappointed normally, as instead of having like a whole cyberpunk like, oh, hype, 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 I'm excited for this, and now I'm depressed.
Yeah.
Well, I did hear that they. Well, I don't know for sure now, obviously. For you, I thought you might have mentioned the Monster Hunter stories too. The Wings of
Oh
Ruin.
no, I'm good. The stories, that's not what I enjoy, to be quite honest.
I didn't
Because
know
it
that.
Yeah.
no, that's fine. For Monster Hunter, it's more like the actual like you within the fray, not having a pet Rathalos in a kind of like chibi version of the game. That's weird. But another thing that concerns me a bit about the whole Final Fantasy thing, it says in an article, the Final Fantasy spin-off is said to be more accessible than Neo for a wider audience.
Meaning it's gonna be easy.
It'll be
Yeah.
easier.
And you know how I feel about difficulties.
Yeah.
Well, that was part of the problem of them comparing that Force. Fuck, I keep whatever the
Fallen
Star
Fallen
Wars
Order.
game. Yeah, they kept comparing Fallen Order to a Dark Souls game. It's not. It's a fucking hack and slash game. Like it. Yes, it does the reset, but that's it. That's like the hardest part about it. The game's fucking easy. I like it. I've had a
That's
lot
what
of
makes
fun
the
with
game a
it.
Souls like
That's true.
Mhm.
reset upon
But
death, or you like get to a checkpoint, you like
yeah,
restore any health items you
I mean,
have.
I think
and
there's.
resets.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But I mean, to me, when I hear that Dark Souls, I think of, fuck, I'm gonna die a lot, no matter
Yeah.
what I do. You know what I mean? Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Goddamn, I'm gonna break my controller.
All right. So Kevin's the last one with well, no, I haven't said any predictions, but Kevin, go ahead and for your predictions.
No, go first because I want to go last.
Okay,
I wanna
sure.
go different.
So shut up.
I like it, cut G.
So my predictions, one of them I already mentioned. Danny's mentioned another one. The first one was the next Kojima game. I think some. So one of the things that that I kind of agree with Randy about is like you having these high expectations. I don't really tend to keep those high expectations. What I would like when I make these predictions, I want them to just announce the game to know that it's coming out, like maybe a 1 minute gameplay trailer or a CGI trailer, whatever it may be, just to know that something is existed and is in the realm of coming out in the next freaking 3-4 years or whatever it may be. So Kojima is a good example of that. Is Kojima came out with this stupid trailer, and I'm hoping that it's just a joke, and he releases his actual. I hope he releases his actual game, whether it be just a CGI trailer, whatever it may be, and then he says, "Hey, it's coming out in 2023." I'm fine with that. So that's my prediction for one thing is Kojima finally just announcing that he's actually working on something, preferably a horror game, because I would love to see what he does with the horror genre. The second game that Danny mentioned already is Final Fantasy VII Remake 2. I think they're going to announce that as well. And I think this is the perfect time, actually, because Intergrade came out. So everything is so fresh in people's heads. People are transferring their PS4 game to the PS5 game. Some people are actually going back to Final Fantasy Remake, the original, because they finished Intergrade or they want to play Intergrade or whatever it may be. And then they're playing the original again. So it's so fresh in everybody's head. And this is a good marketing tactic for them to be like, okay, hey, Final Fantasy 7 2 is coming out next year or 2 years from now. So, have fun with what you have now. You know what I mean? So, and
It
it's
would have
it's
to be next year. I mean,
yeah.
I think they're.
It won't be
failing
this
so
year.
bad on
It
how
would not
much-
be this year.
No, definitely not gonna be this year. But I think they're failing so much on. They wanted to make this episodic. Fine, that's no problem. But you can't wait fucking 5-10 years in between. It's just absolutely absurd.
They
it's
had
been 2 years already, so
they had said, oh, it'll be a lot more faster, it'll be quicker because we already have the
Yeah.
assets and the game engine. I'm just like, yeah, it's been 2 years already. I'm still waiting, and I'm kind of getting antsy about this. So
Yeah,
I mean,
so
but the thing is also keep in mind a big factor in that was because of COVID as well. So COVID set them back because they had to, of course, they had to work from home and stuff like that. They had to separate as well. So hopefully things will get back to normal after Remake 2, and maybe 3 will come out a lot faster, or 4, or however many they plan on doing.
give me 2. I don't worry about it the rest for now. Give me 2.
Yeah.
You know, because they're long games. I mean, the first one is long.
Yeah.
It's like 40 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
Worth of shit you can do. You know, and that's not even replaying in hard mode. So
Yeah.
that is fun. That is good. I like that. You know, you give me like, you know, people are having fun with Resident Evil fucking 8 hours. So you give me fucking 40 hours of Final Fantasy, I'm gonna be a fucking, you know, picking shit. So
Yeah. Yeah. Another game that I'm hoping that they would announce. This is me, which is hopes. There's like no clues, no hints, no nothing to this game because they announced this shit like 4 years ago and then it disappeared off the face of the earth. Metroid 4. I love the
I
Metroid
was gonna say
game.
that.
We
They
just got a
they
title card and that was it.
Yeah, we just got a
Yeah.
title card and a logo, and that was pretty much it. And granted, the reason why it's taking so long is because they restarted the whole project. I'm talking from developers, from producing, everything was reset. So I am hoping it has been enough time now for them to at least announce some footage or a date. Well, not really a date because I never believed the date that they would announce any game. Period. I guaranteed if they said Metroid 4 is coming out July 2022, it's gonna get delayed.
No, this is my theory. Metro 4 will come out whenever day the new Switch comes out.
The next
That will be
system, or you mean the Pro?
Yes, the Pro. That will be the launch title for the Pro.
I guess I
That
can
will be
see
the
that.
Dark Souls. I guarantee that's my prediction. I knew somebody was gonna mention, so I didn't want to say it. I was gonna talk about it later, but you guys didn't. But that's gonna be my prediction.
For what?
Nintendo Switch Pro, and the first game that they announced on the because they have to show something off. You can't just go, look, we're gonna have Nintendo Switch and Mario is gonna look better. No, you can't do that because Mario can look a fucking thing. You know what I mean? So they're gonna go, look, Nintendo Switch, and look what we got. Look at our card. It's fucking Metro Prime, Breath of the, new fucking Zelda, whatever remake to make them look great, whatever. But Metro 4 Prime is gonna be the big fucking showcase on that thing. Show it off. You show the graphics. You show what it can do, the power.
You
it can
say
do.
that. You say that, and there's another game that I want to predict that might, if it's not Metroid, it would be Zelda 2. Because they've already announced Breath of the Wild. They already announced Breath of the Wild 2, and that's my next prediction is for the Breath of the Wild, the next one, which is like I think it's a big deal because this is their first legit sequel to an actual Zelda game. So I could see that happening as well, like Breath of the Wild 2 coming out for the next Switch.
Was the first Breath of the Wild that good?
It was amazing.
It was amazing.
Okay,
That was perfection.
You want me to lunch
Well,
with
to me, the Ocarina of Time is. I love fucking.
Oh man, no, you haven't played Breath of the Wild. Like it's
Not everything.
it's so good. Yeah, it covers any basis of any game. Like I honestly I find it hard to play open world games anymore because it's too much to do. It's too overwhelming. So why I can't play GTA anymore or Red Dead Redemption. So, but this game, it had just enough, and it kept me intrigued with every little thing that it had. All the little mechanics you could play around with, because Kevin could be playing that game one way, and I could be playing the game a completely different other way, depending on how like we manipulate physics and the weapons and the tools and the shields and just the enemies and just everything is so good. Like you could literally beat the game in 10 minutes if you got the balls to go straight to the final boss. As soon as you start walking with Link, like you can travel anywhere and do anything in any order. Like it's fucking amazing. So the fact that they're doing
is like genuine freedom.
Yeah. So the fact that they announced a Breath of the Wild 2,
it came out on the Wii?
The Switch.
No, it came out on the Wii U. The Wii U.
Oh yeah, Wii
It
U.
came out on the Wii U.
Yeah. It came in.
I bought a Wii U. I actually bought that. I actually bought Breath of the Wild. Never got to play it because of life. Well, I had my first kid.
I didn't even know you had a Wii U.
Yeah, I sold it long time ago because I never played it. I was actually just playing one of the Mario games with my wife. She loves Mario games, and I ended up just playing that, and I never actually got to play it by myself. So, and then I play Smash. That's what I want to say. I got Smash and Those are the games I ended up getting when I got it, and those ended up just playing Smash. So I, because I'm one of those people that like I have to play one game at a time to get my full concentration. I have a hard time. I don't like jumping around to games. I either beat it and then move on, delete
Yeah.
it next.
Yeah.
So I tried to do that with Smash. I wanted to get to a certain level, and then again I had my first
And
kid,
then
and
move
then
on. Yeah.
life happened. So
Yeah. So, okay. And the final after Zelda, my final one. We all know that Steam, or they're going to talk about Steam. Valve is going to talk about Steam, and I guess whatever it is that they have planned. But because Valve is going to be participating, I got to throw in Half-Life 3.
and
I'm
It's never gonna
hoping.
happen.
I'm hoping they're
No.
gonna do Half-Life 3 because they've done so well with Alex. That I think they're gonna at least announce that they're working on it. I doubt it's anywhere near like even started for that matter, but they're gonna be like, hey, we're working on Half-Life 3, show a nice logo, and then just like be done with it. I think they'll do something along those lines. If not, I think they would announce Half-Life Alex for consoles.
You'd sooner get that than a fucking Half-Life 3 because
I agree.
technically, did you play Alex?
I did not. I
Or are
can't.
you going to?
I'm not buying a
It's on
VR system
console.
just for that game.
Okay,
Yeah.
so a quick little like spoiler, I guess. Alex essentially retconned a lot of things. So if anything, Alex is going to be the protagonist of 3.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no. It's either going to be Alex the protagonist or that 3 is going to be a time skip because
But we would
with it
still get
being
a 3.
yeah, no, but they're still filling in like a lot of plot holes for the story.
Uh-huh.
That's the thing. So we're not going to see 3 for quite a while.
No, I think we
You
would.
you guys are going to be
I think we
50
would.
and then it's going to come out.
No, I think
But
we'll see
okay,
that
isn't
game in
Valve
the
supposed
next
to
like
be?
5 to 10 years.
What we're
Isn't
sooner going to
Valve
get like Half-Life G-Man.
What were you saying,
isn't
Danny?
Valve supposed to announce their handheld device?
That's still just rumors too.
No, bitch.
Like they say that they're
I
working
think
on that, but that there's nothing along the lines of them even being close to talking about it if it exists.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Curious because I always heard rumors about
Mhm.
that as well.
Mhm. Yeah, we talked. I've read about that before. So, Kevin, last one. What's yours?
So you guys finally allowed me to talk. I like this.
We offered you before. You said
No,
no.
no, I know. I was just being difficult. So predictions.
I
Who
don't
do
know.
we
Everybody
got?
took everything.
No. Yeah, y'all didn't take everything. Bandai Namco. We got Capcom.
Tekken 8.
I left
All fighting
Capcom.
game
Darn.
companies.
I left
Yeah,
Capcom for
I'm
you
taking
to
like
play this Marvel.
3 shots. I'm gonna let you know right now. So I'm doing Bandai Namco. I'm doing Nintendo. I said Nintendo. Nintendo, Capcom, and I'm also gonna do Valve.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna do Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft. So we're gonna start off with Bandai Namco. Obvious. I want a new Fighters, or I want a new Xenoverse. I definitely would like them to announce
that would
like,
be
or at
nice.
least a new like Xenoverse 3, and then they announce like all the stuff that's like happening with Dragon Ball Hero. Yeah, go ahead.
When did Fighters come out?
I was
18.
gonna ask the same question.
Oh, it's
'Cause
been
I
a couple
feel-
years.
I feel like it's too soon, but I don't know.
No, Fighters 2, unless it's either a new Fighters or a new
Dragon Ball.
See-
I mean, fighting games are different though.
no, but it's fine for now, but I would prefer either a new season or a new game, like a new like a new fighting game in general from them.
No,
Tekken 8
I'm talking to
Uh-huh.
Danny. Like
Mhm.
he's saying that he feels it's too soon, but I think fighting games are completely different from any other. It's not like a big
Well,
AAA game where you're gonna have these fucking
Well,
these crazy
that's the thing
stories and
though.
stuff.
Dragon Ball Fighters has a big community actually. So the thing
Yes,
is that
but
the
it-
thing is that for you to come out with a sequel too soon alienates the people who are already very much invested in the first game. So if you
Okay.
release it too soon, a lot of people might not go for it.
Okay, but I
to be fair, though-
objection. Hold on.
Yeah,
I
go
got
ahead,
this
go
one.
ahead.
Okay, do you know what recently came out this week?
What?
Guilty Gear
Oh,
Strive.
Strive.
Exactly. So
They
every
come
new
out on
game
new
that's
Guilty Gear every
yeah,
fucking year.
a new
Yeah.
Guilty Gear came out, and Virtual Fighters came out, and they're
Yeah.
showing
Yeah,
a
that's-
lot of
Remaster, yeah.
No,
that was
So,
free. It was some weird thing that
It's
was free.
it's on
I ended up
PlayStation
downloading
Plus.
that. Yeah.
I took a shot for that one. I have to take a shot for
Right.
Fighters too. Hold on,
Yeah.
give me a sec.
But so you don't agree with me about the whole fighters argument that I
No.
just mentioned?
Because fighting games are different because of the fact that you can have a game and then you can have a deluxe edition, not a deluxe edition, a like it's a sort of like director's cut that they give you all the full content for it, but then they also give you like an updated version of like nerfing characters, making everything balanced.
Yeah.
Not
We're talking about the
balanced.
first game right now.
Yeah, fighters.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they can either do that or they can just release a new season, which I'm also excited for. And then it's that Dragon Ball Fighters and then Tekken 8. Tekken 8, I feel like it's a bit early because they just released Laura Sakavakovich, which is a
Ooh.
yeah,
Who's gonna be my
she's
new fucking main.
Oh, the mouthful.
yeah, she's a blonde. Shut up, Randy. Stay in your corner.
Bro, whole ass main right there.
So she's basically a traditional karate fighter in the game,
Yeah.
and
From Europe.
she's a blonde. Yeah, and she's like a different character. But I feel like Tekken 8. I feel like they need to finish like season 3 or season 4, and then they can probably announce a new game.
So it
So
is
that's Bandai.
possible for a fighting game to come out too soon after the first initial one. Then
But it won't be like a new game. It would be like an updated version of like a better version of the game prior. Like best
Mhm.
example would be like Guilty Gear XR. It's Guilty Gear XR then XR2. It's a completely different game.
XR
There's like an
Revelator.
Yeah, and then Revelator is the one after 2, which is just version of 2. So it's like
Mhm.
Or Street
it's not
Fighter.
Street
Dumb it
Fighter,
down the game he's played. Street Fighter 4, and then after that was the Street Fighter
and then
4.
arcade edition, then super, and
Mhm.
then
Yeah.
ultimate, and all that stuff. So it's basically like they'll
Yeah.
just release a better
Mhm.
better version of the game, but it's gonna be like more balanced. But then in a fighting game, there's no such thing as a balanced character. Somebody
there's
finds
always something to
exploited.
change. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's always something to make the game broken. That's my 2 predictions from Bandai Namco.
Okay.
I would also like actually I'm gonna throw a third in, Ni no Kuni 3.
Okay,
That'd be
this is what
Really?
I would like from a fighting game. I would
Hmm.
love them to do the League of Legends
A fighting
model,
game?
where League of,
A
yeah, in a
mobile fighter?
fighting. No. I'm not saying to merge it. League of Legends, the way they make their games is there's constantly patches and constantly updates, right? Obviously, there's new characters, but don't worry about new characters. But
Mhm.
the existing ones, there's constantly adjustments that they make to turn different characters into different tier levels based off of skill.
But isn't that what
So-
patching and season passes are for?
No,
Yes, but a lot of times, yeah, they've been starting doing the season pass lately, but with the Street Fighter and stuff like that, they just call it a whole new fucking game and that's all they do. But I wish that they just made a part 5 and then just fucking patched it, gave these fucking patch notes, and look, we
Okay.
dumbed down Akuma's attack, we
Basically,
increased the Shuriken,
okay,
blah blah blah.
okay.
The same reason I was like, we don't need an Overwatch 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
You have
did
the
discuss
you
that.
have the
Yeah.
established game. Yeah, you have the established game. Just keep on updating it. That's what he's
Yeah.
saying.
Put
Okay, Kevin,
your
I
patch notes in
wanna
it, this
I
is
wanna
what
hear
it
what
is.
Kevin has
I
to say
think
about
that's
that.
interesting.
All right, so explaining how that would happen, it would be everything that happens in the game. Like right now, so there's a glitch with Goku Blue, which is just Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, for people that
Mhm.
don't watch Dragon
Yeah.
Ball. And GT Goku. So basically, what you do is you use GT Goku's assist, which is just like a key blast that stays in front of him, and you teleport with Goku. And instead of him going like behind or in front, literally teleports instantly in front of the character. So it literally cancels the animation of him teleporting, doing a kick or whatever, and he would just teleport like it's a normal move. And that's like a whole big glitch that's going on now.
Mhm.
So like to update the game every so often, I feel like they would have to do the same thing with what Randy said is literally updated every time. But then it would be like every day is an update because that game is that broken that
Mhm.
it's consistent things that people find out. Like people find out how to do double supers. People find out how to do infinites. People found out how to do touch of deaths, and then it's gonna get to the point that the community is gonna be like, "Why is this game so broken?" And you release it, and then you keep patching it every so often.
Now,
Mm,
for
to be fair,
I'm
though,
trying. I was
there's
trying to
always going to
understand.
be like game-breaking shit in any game. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, but here's my question: is there game breaking? They have the what do you call it, the gaming, the sport, the EA of gaming. What do you call that thing?
esports.
Esports.
Esports. Okay, fine. Yeah, that's what. Fuck you.
EA gaming.
Yeah.
Esports. Okay, Street Fighter is part of the esports because it's super
Cap,
competitive base, right?
Capcom
Is
Cup.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Is fighters? Does fighters have something like that? No, right? Because it's
Yes,
broken.
yes, yes. It does. It's part of
So if it's broken, if it's that broken, then everybody do the
Well,
same fucking thing.
no,
So it's
because
easy, huh?
just like me and you, well, I mean, all of us we played Magic before. You know, in tournaments they have certain rules and certain exploits that they're not allowed to use. So it's the same thing
Well,
with
they have.
fighting game
That's
tournaments. Is they have rules and certain things that they don't allow you to do in order for you to not exploit those glitches or whatever it may be.
Yeah, but the thing with fighting games is that you can do something like I can do something in a tournament and it's not illegal. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I can find an exploit by accident in a tournament, and it's just like
Sure,
they're like, oh,
but
yeah.
that's by accident. But we're talking
But even
about
even but even so, like somebody would be like, oh, I know, like not a commentator, but the judge would be like, that's a DQ because you did that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Or if it's something accidental like pausing or whatever, that's fine. You give away the match. Um, there's like exploits that you can do and things that you can do that literally make the game unplayable. Like there's a character Master Roshi. Master Roshi has a move that literally stops you from dashing into the opponent and hitting a button. So he literally eats a hit and then he returns that hit twofold. You cannot approach the opponent, which is a what is it? Invincible assist. Everyone uses this move.
But knowing that that's an exploit, like
Mhm.
that's something that's frowned upon. You would think that in the tournament they're like, okay, you can't do this thing.
Mm-mm. But
You know
it's
what I
because
There
mean?
is no honor amongst thieves.
there
Simple as
there is
that.
no honor among thieves. It's if you play Dragon Ball and you know that assist is a thing, you're gonna have to deal with it. That's the basic.
In a legit certified
In a
tournament?
legit tournament, if Master Roshi is there, he is the legit. There is nothing broken about the character itself. The way that the assist works is what makes it broken. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you go back in the beginning of Dragon Ball, like season one, Vegeta's assist, Super Saiyan Vegeta's assist, was literally the best thing because if you super dash, like if you dash into the opponent, you can block, and then Vegeta's assist automatically hits them. Like they can't block after it.
Yeah.
So it's like a that exploit. So it's like the Vegeta assist literally evolved into an invincible fucking assist that hits you regardless,
I
and that's
just
an exploit.
I just snapped right out of it because I can't believe you guys sucked me right into this tangent right here. We gotta go back to your predictions.
Okay, so Bandai Namco, Dragon Ball, Tekken 8, Nino Kuni 3,
Yeah.
Nintendo. I hope that they announce Kingdom Hearts. We already got it on every other console. I might as well just get it on the Switch. And I hope they give us more information on No More Heroes 3, even though that's not really a prediction. It's just
Yeah,
something
it's
I
already
want.
announced.
Capcom, I would like more information on the new Resident Evil and the
What
new
Resident
remake.
Evil?
Resident Evil 4, the remake, because
The
we don't know.
VR.
No, no,
Oh,
no, 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 not
VR.
that shit, not VR. The remake.
You know
Fuck.
what? I wanna bet you money on this. I don't think it's gonna be a Resident Evil 4. I think it's gonna be a remake for Code Veronica.
Yeah,
I,
I guess yeah.
I would take that. I would take that.
Yeah.
I would take that or 4. What else?
Why before? Why would you want to remake a 4? Because 4 kind of plays already like the rest of them right now anyway. You know, like they're
Yeah.
all kind of copying that version of when 4 came out. Everybody loved it because it was new, that over the shoulder or whatever that came. And then when they remade them, they just remade them kind of in that style. So it already is what they're doing.
But
Well,
can
I
I tell
mean,
you?
know
you
what I mean?
wouldn't be doing a remaster. You'd be doing a complete remake overhaul. Like,
I'm not.
just imagine
I'm
having
gonna.
new enemies and maps and a bit of a
Mhm.
different story.
Well, it's not a
Mhm.
remake. That's a new game. But
That's what a remake is. There's a difference between a
But
remake and a remaster.
Yeah, a remake would be like you still have to live up to like
The original, right?
you have to live up to
Because
the original. The
Resident
storyline,
Evil
the
2 and 3
characters, the
play
plant
very,
monsters, all that
very
bullshit.
different.
I didn't play 3. I played 2 only.
Well,
You
I mean,
played
I played 1 and 2.
they'll play
the
pretty much the
remakes or the
same.
original?
Like no, the remakes. Like the remakes play very different from the originals. Is what I mean. Aside from it being better graphics, like there are a lot of new
But
areas,
it brings you
new
into
puzzles.
yes, they did have new puzzle areas and stuff like that. That's fine, but they still bring you into what the original like. When I played part 2, you're in that police station. You know, you're like, oh
Yes.
shit, I remember this. I remember this place. I remember when the black guy fucking turns zombie right over there. Like, I can see that. I forget. And
Yes.
then that's what
I don't.
happens.
I know
Like all
you're
that.
right about all that, but what I'm saying is that you can
Immerses
still
you
do
into
that
it.
with Resident Evil 4. Like you can still do a complete
But
remake
but
of 4.
yes, but what I'm saying is 4 has been remastered, redone, all this crazy shit, and VR'd now so much.
Oh,
that
you're right.
You're already there.
I personally don't care for a remake of Resident Evil 4 because I think
That's
it's
what
already
I'm
been
saying.
overdone so much, but it's still
That's what I'm
possible.
saying.
Like, Kevin
You
could
can't.
be right,
I,
and they could still do a remake of part 4, and
Mhm.
it'll
I don't.
work. It
I
definitely
personally
work.
just don't think you can remake that game anymore than it already. It's so immersive that you just can't, and you have to have a whole different
Well,
technology. I think.
Capcom will
I think
disagree
the
only because
closest.
they want to make more money.
Yeah, but I
Of
think the
course.
closest. I think the closest that they're gonna do to remaking it is the VR. That's
Yeah,
the best thing you can do with it. You know.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I did Capcom. I'm gonna go back to Bandai Namco for one more game. It's not a fighting
Okay.
game, I promise.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
Uh,
Randy, I
Danny,
am
you
gonna
do.
get another drink after the predictions before we go on to the community question. So yeah.
And then the final one is Tales of Symphonia. Need a remake or
Ooh, that'd be
Ooh.
I
really
need a
pretty.
Why
I
not
need
Tales
an
of
original
Destiny, man? Why nobody says Tales of Destiny? I
because I
love that
grew up
one.
with him. I grew
Is
up with
Destiny part of
Symphonia.
like the EA
Yes.
series? Because
Yeah.
there's Vesperia, there's fucking Symphonia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, well, it's the Tales series, not the EA
Well,
series.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's what
Yeah.
I meant. Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah, I think it was Danny was is either the first or second game in the series.
Which one?
Tales of Destiny.
Time to
I
look it
can't.
up, boys.
Time to look it
I
up.
don't
But like,
remember.
but
I
not
don't
yeah,
think it's the first.
not to step on your prediction, but like I personally would want a Tales of Destiny. Like, but I understand that you grew up with a different one. So
Yeah, I grew up with Symphonia. So bop. I would love a Tales of Symphonia. It was a game that I grew up watching and then eventually playing. My brother played through the entire series, and I watched him do it. So it was like one of those series that it's like he made me want to play. Like my first was Mysteria, then Graces F, and now I'm doing it's still the one with the P3 version. And then now I'm doing Symphonia like again, and I love those type of games. I love the arts. I love the combat, the little clips. I mean, the little snippets you get when you talk to your teammates, like during like after like a battle or something. You walk and it's like press start if you want to continue the conversation. I love those type of things. It's so goofy and I
Tales
enjoy
of
that so much.
Fantasia was the first one.
Tales of
Yeah.
what?
To see it.
Fantasia.
Oh, okay. So Tales of Destiny was which one then?
95, the second one.
The second one. Okay. That was
And
close.
then it was Eternia, which I played as well. Tales of Destiny 2, which I did play. And then Symphonia.
Okay,
Yep.
okay.
And then after that, I stopped, actually. Well, I played
Yeah.
one of the Tales. I can't remember which one.
Yeah, I stopped
I-
after Symphonia myself.
I'm on Vesperia right now,
I think
and
Vesperia
there's
is the one I played.
the one with the black hair guy that spins the sword around.
Yeah, I played that
Okay,
one. And then
no.
I played the
That's Zack.
Berseria, the one.
Vesperia.
No, it was
Nice.
I think they missed that.
The
giant-
demon, yeah,
the
Vesperia.
demon
I was
arm.
thinking the same thing,
I
and then when you said it, I was like,
didn't
"Oh,
that
he's in my head."
Yeah. Is that all your predictions?
much.
Yeah, that's all my predictions. I just hope for that. I
Okay.
would like a lot of things, but I don't think Team Ninja's on it.
Good.
And
No.
yeah,
Yeah.
shut up. I want my dead or
Other M
alive.
head ass. Other M too.
Can I just get a better Ninja Gaiden or like a Dead or
DOA
Alive?
6.
Yeah, or a DOA 6, please.
the best boob physics ever.
Bro, Team Ninja
It's
has like that
honest.
next level fucking titty physics.
Yeah.
It's
They did
unreal.
they did Extreme Beach Volleyball, no?
Yes. Yes.
I don't get it. How can you
All right. So
I'm
real
not
quick
gonna go
before you,
into it.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So we're gonna take a quick 3-minute break because I'm gonna make myself another drink. Anybody listening, we're gonna do the community question. We're gonna do guess the game, and then we're gonna do a little battle royale debate that we had from last week, which is talking about like a fighter versus fighter thing and see who wins over that debate. So I'm gonna click the be
Can
right back
we?
button,
Oh,
Are we gonna
and
be muted during this thing?
I can mute you guys.
No, I mean like cuz I kind of want to say something ish.
No, you go ahead.
Mm.
I hit be right
Alright.
back though.
Cool. Well, it's funny. I was gonna like say it to him too, but that's why I was like, wait a minute.
So,
No,
have you
but
been?
no, the thing with him saying like if it was too like early to make another fighters, fighting games like they still like have their own fan bases regardless of like what number it is. Because even for
That
Smash,
is
like
true.
melee
That is true.
melee is like the most popular one, no?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
melee than Project M, and well, Brawl
Well,
than
no,
Project M.
Project M isn't really considered like a Smash game. That's a fan thing.
No,
Mhm.
that's what I'm saying. In the Smash tier list of games, it's melee, Brawl, Project M, and then Ultimate.
Yeah,
Isn't
like
Project
people
M
still
like
play
a fucking
the.
Mugen fighter?
Hmm?
I said, isn't Project M like a Mugen fighter? Like the
Yeah.
yeah.
Believe it or not, it is. But continue.
Nobody talked about the Great Ace Adventure, the sequel to that.
Oh
What?
The fucking the lawyer guy, the lawyer game.
Oh, Ace
Ace
Attorney?
Attorney?
Ace Attorney.
Wait, Ace Attorney.
Ace,
The fucking
Danny, I'm gonna
Great
strangle
Ace
you.
Ventura lawyer guy.
Hold on,
I,
guys. I just want
I never
I want you
understood
guys
how
to look.
people like this
Guys,
game.
just look at this real quick.
That shit used to
Look at
piss me off.
I've been doing this the whole time. I've been doing this the whole time. Hold on.
Brisk, Smirnoff.
And then water.
That's unruly of you.
Juice.
I fucking started before the podcast.
Oh, my juice just fell all over the place.
What is it?
Wow.
Bourbon
Rip.
wine? Dude, that shit fucks.
That shit's-
So since we have some time, have you seen that the Kingdom Hearts the final?
Union Cross?
Yeah.
Oh my god, don't talk to me about that. I fucking cried. There's like so
Really?
much going on with that. First off,
Way too much.
the story makes sense and it makes even
Okay, I'm-
less
I'm-
fucking sense.
Okay, I'm so confused. So Lucius took over Brain's body.
Yes, so Brain is Braig from Birth by Sleep, and Braig
Yeah.
is Igbar.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
so Brain
What is it
being
that-
Ericus's great grandfather is like the main antagonist, if anything.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on here?
Bro,
And
like
the-
just
and
possession.
there's a little bit
time
of
skipping.
Xehanort, and there's a little bit of Xehanort, whatever. Everybody?
Xehanort.
They know it.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
everybody is Xehanort?
Everybody.
Yes. No. It's not. It's not. There's a little bit of
Everyone.
Xehanort. Everyone. There's a little bit of everyone in Xehanort
What?
because it's either
Oh.
I think I
it's
froze.
either your
Okay,
heart,
I'll be back.
right? So it's either your heart like gets rest and you become a dream eater, which is dream
Yeah.
drop distance, or your heart goes and fuses with somebody else. Those that
Yeah.
did fuse with Xehanort.
Mhm.
So it's still convoluted as all hell, but honestly, like what the biggest
He's
fucking
never gonna die. They're gonna bring him back.
no. He's the main antagonist for the entire story. Even though
Yeah.
he went away at the end of 3, he's still fucking there.
Which is
But
what
the
I said
biggest-
about
the-
even
yes,
3.
You're right. You're very
You
right.
take away
But
3,
the
it's
biggest
down to-
fucking thing to me is the fact that Zigbar being brave.
Why
His
did I
brain-
know I was gonna walk into a Kingdom Hearts?
I didn't start it this time. I didn't start
I
it this
get
time.
I'm just big as a nerd. Because this is like Final Fantasy, you know. So I
Honestly,
get into it.
Dude,
I don't
the
play- I
nerve
play
of
the game.
Nomura to think that
Storyline.
this was an acceptable fucking end for Union Cross,
Yeah.
fuck him.
All right,
But
so
regardless, hello,
we're
welcome
back.
back. Danny.
So,
Do you have
listen,
another one-winged
or
angel?
I'm back. Yeah, my Masamune. Yeah,
Your Masamune?
I have
yeah.
more
Oh,
questions
Rocky.
and answers
So
and things to talk about, but we'll do it later.
mm,
I'm actually glad that you were like keeping up with that too, though.
I fucking really do love that.
yeah. All right,
It's so fucking
so
confusing that I gotta look at it more than once. I'm like, wait, hold on. What the fuck is that?
Kevin.
Oh, what's going on?
All right,
Sorry,
so
my camera. I dropped my drink.
oh,
I'm
you're good.
sad.
So we're gonna go on to the
He
community
didn't want to show
question.
that glass off camera.
We're going on to the community question right now, and Danny was asking the question last week, and the question was in the Kingdom Hearts universe, who would you want to be your Donald and Goofy? You could pick those two people to be anybody from any game, genre, franchise, whatever it may be. Danny, since this was your pick, what was your answer?
I got two stupid answers. I don't even know. I just wanted to actually watch them. I got really stupid. First one for my for my Goofy, I think I would do. No, he's the knight, I guess you can say. So
Yeah.
I would have him as Luke Skywalker from Battlefield 2. I just think that'd be fun. That'd be a badass fucking guy. And then my Donald, I was like thinking, I want him to be like a mage or a healer or something because you need that. Who's the ultimate healer? I think Jesus Christ from I Am Jesus Christ that's coming up.
You know that's not a real game, right?
I know.
Have you guys seen the deity brawler?
I'm like, fuck it, Jesus Christ. Maybe the Bible, whatever. They have that Bible game. Fuck it, but Jesus Christ, that's my character. Those would be my two.
You're a healer.
He's the ultimate healer. Everybody's getting resurrected. He's never gonna die.
Holy
God.
shit, he's right. There's a game called I Am Jesus Christ.
No, it's not.
No, there
It's not.
is.
I
I swear to-
listen. I'm telling you right now, whatever it is that you're
He's
looking
close to
at,
God.
I can 1,000 guarantee you it's not a real game. They have
I want that.
they have released trailers out, but there is actually no gameplay. This company does this. This is a publicity thing that they've done. They've already been known to do this. What they do is that they release this game for buzz. They've done Jesus Christ and they've done a Pope simulator as well. And they did one more, and I can't remember what it is. I think it was like the Ark or maybe something like that. But yeah, it's not a real game. You will never see this game.
What it was is I'm like, I want to cheat. I want to do Jesus Christ. Let me see. I bet you he's in the game. I typed it in and I fucking went down that rabbit hole. I'm like, this is too fucking fun. I wish they made this a real game. But I'm not. He's in the Bible game. They have a few different weird Bible games. I mean, he's a video game character. I'm cheating. Fuck it.
I mean, I Am Jesus Christ is free to play. So
No,
it's out there.
Go ahead and play. Let's see what
That'd be a
happens.
fun play.
You can say I could be God?
So, Randy, what's your pick?
Donald and your Goofy.
For my Goofy, it would be Cody from Street Fighter V.
Really?
That's really because canonically he is as strong as Akuma, right?
Really? Mm-hmm.
And if you think of Akuma, he is as strong as Asura from Asura's Wrath.
He was gonna be one of my picks.
You do fight against a god, so that means that this fucking base ass, brolic ass, blonde ass human has the strength of a god.
He going
And also,
my God.
He is my favorite Street Fighter character. Yeah.
And
he's blonde, so he's my main.
exactly. Just like
It's
Are you
unintentional. It's
blonde?
unintentional, huh?
Are you blonde?
No. I'm a brunette. But so here's the thing. Now,
blonde.
we're gonna deviate a little bit from the community question because fucking Sober Guardian here wasn't there for Kevin calling me out. Every single fighting game that I play, my characters are always blonde. Is it intentional? Not at all. I don't know. I don't know. In Tekken, it's Nina Williams. In Street Fighter, it's Cody. In
but you
fucking
would pick them with blonde hair, and that just confuses me. I'm like,
no.
Jesus Christ.
And then the funny thing is too is that in BlazBlue actually for Amane, I picked the skin with the blonde hair. I can't explain it.
That's funny.
But
God would give you a hard on that.
So that you picked the one.
I wouldn't say hard on, but all right.
Good God, it's
I've been having
long,
like
yeah.
trouble picking the second person,
Hmm.
but I feel like it would be super fucking aggro. So the second person would be the protagonist from God Hand.
Ooh, really?
Oh, okay.
Like
That'd
the
be a
best
healer.
defense is a good offense. So
Hmm.
you know,
Hmm.
so I
Kevin,
like
would
it.
you like you to go last again?
No. I'll go. I'll take this time because my I gotta go use the bathroom. So
Uh,
I would try to get mine as quick as possible. Okay, so my healer, very stupid, Goku. Everyone knows why. He is the worst healer. He is almost as bad as Donald.
yeah,
Because he would
just throw a
Actually, no,
sensu bean every now and then.
no, he's better than Donald actually because he did give Frieza his energy to heal him a
no,
bit.
Yeah.
That's way more than Donald would ever do.
No, but he would heal the enemy, not me.
No.
That's what I'm saying. When he healed Cell to fight Gohan, I was like, no. I was like, bro, like you like have the enemy to one bar, and then Goku just throws him a sensu bean, and you're like, what the fuck? And then
Phase 2 is phase 1 still.
phase 2 is phase 1, and then for my Goofy, I couldn't really think of anyone, so I would also do Goku Black. I'll just have 2 Gokus on my team.
2 Dragon Ball
And-
characters.
Just 2 Dragon Ball characters. Because I couldn't think of anything else. Because
Oh, but, Goku Black is Goten, right?
yeah, Goku Black is Goten. And if the battle goes wrong, my teammate just kills me, so it's fine. I have no control of what happens after the battle's done. They just start fighting, and then they go into the ether, and that's it.
Oh boy.
I'm like, all right, guys, we gotta come back.
So 2 Gokus. Okay.
2 Gokus.
All right. Well, mine. I had a hard time actually. This was a hard question, Danny. Because there was a lot of good picks. So I'm conflicted
Cloud and
between. No. It's actually. I tried my best not to add Sephiroth on there, or
I
anybody
try my
from
best
like
not to add a
Destiny
villain
or something.
because you're supposed to be fighting the Heartless. You can't be part
Yeah.
of the fucking Heartless.
Yeah, I thought about that too. I wanted originally to put Asura, like Randy mentioned, but I felt like he would be like so angry that he's just been berserk mode nonstop, and he would end up attacking me. So like I couldn't see that happening.
No, but to be fair though, Asura only attacks those that are like against him in that game.
Yeah, but
His rage is just that's the thing.
he was an angry motherfucker in that game, like worse than Kratos, which is
No, definitely,
why
but his
which
rage
is
was definitely
why
just.
Well, which is why my Goofy is Kratos. Like I picked Kratos for mine because like he's still an angry, vicious like powerhouse that at least can somewhat I guess control himself compared to Asura, in my opinion. But then I was thinking to myself, okay, I want somebody who was ranged. I want somebody with more range. So I was thinking Dante from Devil May Cry. So because like he could still shoot, but like if he had to fight up close, he could still fight up close. So those are my 2 for like my Goofy, and then my healer for my Donald. I was torn between Eris or Mercy from Overwatch.
Say again. You broke up.
I was
Mercy.
torn between Eris or Mercy from Overwatch.
Mercy from where?
healing. I require
Overwatch.
healing.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
require healing.
Yeah,
I need healing.
because the thing is with Mercy, she's not very much
Nice,
with
it's the one.
DPS. So like compared to Eris could at least hold herself more. And she could use like materia and summons and shit like that.
she's in that game. She's in the first one, right? Aris?
What game? Oh, Kingdom Hearts. Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't
she's in the
play
first
with
one,
you don't
right?
get to play with her, but she's in the game.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying she's in it.
But
Fucking
but yeah,
I require healing. I need.
I don't know what you want me to do.
I need healing.
Take a drink. That'll help. Throw some alcohol in the wound.
You have the healer. I need healing. Please.
those are my picks. Yeah, that was kind of hard for me. So yeah, that's all I did. Any other comments
Do you know
before we
how
move
hard it was
on?
for me not to pick Donald and Goofy as Donald and Goofy? Like, come
Really?
on,
I
For
thought
my
that was gonna be a
Donald, I
choice.
pick Goofy, and for my Goofy, I pick
Goofy, I
Donald.
choose Donald.
dude.
Goofy's just more responsible with his items.
Yeah, well, no. Funnily enough, I don't trust any of them with items.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't trust any of
So
them with
you just
shit.
want a
Yeah.
better Donald then?
Even then, I don't care. My Donald is aggro as fuck. Like his heals come in clutch once in a while, but as I put in chat before, Cure and Ethers. Those are two staples in my kit because he's not going to heal me, so I'm going to heal myself.
Yeah.
He,
So what
he'd
are you
much
using
rather
Donald
heal
for?
Goofy. Just Thunder, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. I don't even use Donald as a healer. I would rather myself.
I have
so many
Fire as
heals.
super limited, so he doesn't use
Mhm.
that. Thunder he uses the most, and Blizzard is non-existent. Cure once in a while, if
That
he feels the
hates
need to heal me.
They never do. What the fuck?
I swear too that Goofy has probably healed me more than Donald ever has in the game as well.
Yes.
Mhm.
Like when you put his settings on.
In Kingdom Hearts
Yeah.
1, I always swapped out Donald for whoever it was like in that world
Yeah.
I
as,
thought it was
as the
you.
other party person,
Yep.
and Goofy had the
I
item.
swapped out
But
Goofy. I always used to swap out
Really?
Goofy. Yeah.
Goofy was fucking. He was MVP.
I know, but I don't know. I like, to me, the role of Goofy would be like that tankish type role, and
Yeah.
whoever you get that extra character always was. You know what I mean? To me,
This
like, I
this
feel
is
like the
me.
game automatically wanted to beat up that character.
This is me like trying to guess, like, knowing you for so long, Danny. You always tend to lean more towards heavy magic
I
use
like
for
that.
any
I
game.
like, yeah,
So that's
yeah.
I can
That's
see
also
why
how I
that's
do it.
why you stuck
Oh.
with Donald, because Donald always had
Yeah.
the more MP, he had the more magic use.
Even when the way I played my character, because I played him as a mage. Like, that's all I do is fucking blast powers and shit. That's how I've always played every one of those games. I
That's
have
actually
always
really funny.
the mage. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
what is it? Kevin plays some
Spam fucking
grounded.
thunder all day.
You know
Yeah.
what?
Thunder's amazing. Kevin plays some
Yeah.
grounded. I play Sora aerial, and I cannot fucking play grounded for shit. And Kevin can't play aerial for shit.
Yeah,
Oh, I
yo,
So-
I run aerial with the spells. I'm constantly in the air just launching the spells so they don't hit you.
I find
That's
it
what
funny. I
always
find it funny that we're still talking about Kingdom Hearts. Like, I know because of the community
I'm gonna
question,
open a
but
new
I
bottle.
just find it
Honestly,
so
I'm not
funny
gonna
that
lie,
no
I
matter
never heard of
what,
it.
every
I
episode
love
it's Kingdom
Kingdom
Hearts.
I absolutely love Kingdom Hearts, and I'm just as big of a fan as Mr. R. And when he talked about it, I'm like, fuck that. Finally, I got somebody I can actually talk to this shit about, because I've always wanted to talk about this, because this story is fucked up. Why is this story so great and so bad at the same time?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
looking forward and backwards at the same time. I don't understand you.
But I must have watched that video in the bathroom like 3 times. Like, wait, I have to fucking understand what the hell's going on with these Unicrons. Wait, hold on. Brainish Lucius unmasked himself, and then he's done. I'm like, oh god, my head hurts now. And then they have a little bit of what? A little bit of
We gotta do
everybody.
an episode
God, my head hurts.
specifically. We gotta do an episode specifically just for Kingdom Hearts to let it all out. And I never want to
You
hear
do
about it
on a
ever
different
again.
day.
No,
Different
Yeah.
you
day.
wanna,
I
know what's
never
funny?
ever want to hear about it.
No,
We're
I
still
want
gonna
to have a
talk about
discussion
Kingdom
about it.
Hearts. Just
Absolutely
released.
blitzed.
Wait, what,
Yeah.
Randy?
No, I said I want to have a discussion about it, like absolutely blitzed.
Yeah. We do some pre-gaming before we start an episode?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Yeah. Kevin, what did you say before we move on to the next
No,
thing?
I was gonna say, like, we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna still start the episode off talking about Kingdom Hearts. Like,
Yeah.
yo, so anyways, back to Marluxia. What was that
Yeah.
about?
Oh shit!
that-
Marluxia.
No,
Don't
no,
get
no,
me started
no,
on that
no,
at
no,
all.
no. We're moving on. So
They
Danny
keep
this
releasing
time.
content. They keep releasing stories. So as long as they release stories,
Danny, stop it.
this just came out like this week.
Yeah.
So come on, that's
So-
newsworthy.
Danny's got the guess the game this week. So he chose something. I don't know what it is. So he got the community
Okay.
question. So he's guessed the he's fucking hate you.
Fuck, I just figured it out.
so
Came out
so
in
you got the
2002.
guess the game. So are you ready for it?
Give
No,
me
not
1
yet.
second.
So
I'll be right back.
I'm ready.
You're
be
ready.
right back,
Okay.
guys. I gotta use the bathroom.
wait. Yeah, I'm with Kevin on that one. I'm gonna hold it for him.
Hold what?
That dick.
You got him.
You know, I was doing the editing for last week's episode, and I still
And
kept
he
on
did the end
laughing.
in the beginning.
I still kept on laughing at the whole Ninja Guiding Ligma.
But
When you were talking about
tried to
Ninja
do
Gaiden.
it. Did you realize if you listened to it, he tries to do it in the beginning of the podcast.
I did not catch that.
He tried to do it. He talked about his drinks,
Yeah.
and he tried to pull out. He said, "I've been drinking this, and I've been drinking Enda's like that." And then you guys went into a tangent about fucking liquor or some shit.
I missed
He
that.
forgot his joke.
I missed it.
Yeah, listen to it again. He says it, and I was dying. When he gets back, I want to see he remembers.
Oh man, that's funny. Kevin.
Yeah, that made me laugh when I heard that. I'm like, look, he tried to do it, but he forgot. He fucking started talking about alcohol or something, and you guys are drinking. He forgot to go back to it.
Yeah.
All right, we're back. Sorry,
And we're
guys.
back. Well, I guess he
You
didn't
finished
notice
holding it?
either.
Huh? Good.
I don't think he knows what he's talking about. What we're talking
I
about.
don't know what you're talking about at all. I stepped in the room confused.
Danny, you need
What's
to change your photo.
I love that photo.
Ligma
I
balls.
love that photo.
But it could be
Oh,
just
man.
like mine. It's like this.
What?
Boom.
Is that tails?
What can be like yours?
Yeah,
Man,
it
I'm
says I'm
blind.
in consistent pain. I'm in consistent pain. I don't know why.
So Danny, what were you
alright.
saying? That see if Randy remembers?
Oh,
The endo, right?
Yeah, did you hear the conversation?
Yeah, I took my phone with me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So you
Hence,
tried to
hence
do
Ligma
the ender in the beginning, and you started talking about drinks. And I've been drinking something and ender as well. And then Danny, oh, you've been drinking that? Blah, blah, blah.
Ender
And you guys
what?
started talking of a tangent, but you never got back to that other drink, so you never got to your punchline. And then you forgot. I can tell.
Oh man,
I'm
but
sorry, ladies.
endo was pretty good.
Yeah.
When you catch someone with
Uh,
that, it's the best.
All right, so we got
So, I'm
30
ready
we
for
got
the
30
game.
minutes. So yeah, let's move on to the thing. Let the questioning start. Is this a game that came out before the year 2000?
Oh, fuck, my laptop just died.
You,
Damn it.
you said you were prepared.
Danny, write down the
Hold on,
questions,
what-
Danny.
To
Write down
tell
the
me what
questions,
game
Danny.
is it? That way, like
Write down the questions.
Write down the questions. I have my laptop open. To do it.
Oh,
It
okay,
fucking died
okay.
on me.
So is this before the year 2000?
Yes.
Okay.
okay.
All right.
So possibly so it's a 90s game, maybe 80s.
What- Is it exclusive to PlayStation?
Yes.
Oh,
Damn, this is going
probably
PS
90s.
game.
Bananas.
Is it by SquareSoft?
No.
Squaresoft, no.
How fast? What?
Is it an
Who was
RPG?
No.
Is it a shooter? Person shooter.
What's it again?
Is it the first person shooter?
No.
Is this game created by a Japanese company?
Yes.
Okay.
Is
Is
this a
the-
game that we hold on? Is this a game that we discussed on the podcast?
Yes.
Okay.
We discuss a lot of games. I don't know how accurate that will help us.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
It narrows it down just a bit.
Yeah.
yeah.
Not enough.
But Danny said
No,
yes.
but
Okay.
we talk about a lot. But
Yeah.
yeah, we
Yeah.
talked about it.
Is this a ongoing franchise?
No,
Hmm.
I wish.
Fuck.
You want to ask a question, Randy?
To myself, yes, but
Gotcha.
Does this game have more than one game?
No.
So it's
You mean
just
like a
one
sequel
game.
or
Yeah,
whatnot?
like
Yeah.
sequels,
Yeah, no,
spin-offs.
no.
Okay.
No.
So one game.
It's just rare nowadays. Yeah. Everything fucking gets a remake or is master or this or that.
So it's made by a Japanese company, PlayStation exclusive.
is the game like horror-esque?
Yes.
Okay.
Nope.
Is there a character with white hair?
White hair.
No.
What are you
No?
thinking
Right
of?
here.
What the fuck is in that fucking game?
1, 2, 3,
Mm.
4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 questions.
Red 11.
Yeah.
Horror S.
Horror
White
esque.
PS2.
Or PS1.
PS1. Is the main character a woman?
No.
Okay.
Is this game very? No, that's not gonna work.
I
Is
don't
the game
I
really
don't think
old?
it's very well known.
Is this game very well
Is that a
known?
question?
Yes, I believe it. Randy?
Hold on, wait.
You know, I don't know how to answer that.
Let me ask
I
this
can't
instead.
answer that because it depends on.
Okay.
Was the game released in 1999?
No.
No? Oh, fuck me. I'll tell you what I thought it was. Fucking Galarians.
Yeah. I love it.
Hmm.
It's not.
Is this game? No. Does this game have monsters in it?
Yes.
So like not ghosts, I guess.
And not dinosaurs?
Not dinosaurs.
I don't think there's dinosaurs, but no. Well, what is your question? One question at a time.
Monsters.
Monsters, yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh,
I have an idea.
is this game like a hack and slash?
No.
Fuck.
Does this game deal with trauma?
Depends on. You know what? Yes. There's a big
What do you?
trauma part.
What are you thinking?
I don't know, but there is a big
No.
trauma
I
part.
mean, Kevin, what is he thinking?
That's a hard question to really. I don't know.
Am I thinking? I'm laughing because I think I got it.
Well, what is it? You can share with us.
I'm thinking it's Silent Hill.
Okay.
That's probably wrong.
So,
No,
hold on,
but-
14, 15, 16.
Technically, it wouldn't be Silent Hill because Silent Hill came out in 99.
Yeah.
So it can't be Silent Hill.
Okay, see, that's why I want you to share with us so we can try to figure out if it's right or not.
You said before?
Yeah.
So clearly it's before
Okay.
99 then.
Yeah.
Main character is not a woman, so
It's a dude.
I would assume a man.
Or an alien. Or an animal.
Or
Or S. Or
how
S.
many questions do we have?
We're on the 17th question now.
Oh, fuck, I really stumped you guys. I didn't mean to. Danny's gonna get a crack out of it.
By Japanese studio.
Horror-esque. I'm trying to go through this library in my head of all these PS1 games. We played so much shit.
It definitely can't be Resident Evil.
Who knows?
Who knows?
No, because technically you could play as either Jill or Chris.
So
So
you
the
could play as
protagonist
a
can
woman.
be a woman. So it's not Resident Evil 1.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought about that, picking Resident Evil and going, is it a woman? Yes. The thing is it's both. It's really fucked up. Yes. Is it a man? Yes.
It's both.
Not.
But no, it's not though. So.
Oh fuck. Damn, I gotta ask this
Did you
in the
figure
proper
it
way.
out?
After what Danny told me, I think I know. Hold on though.
He's gonna get a kick out of it.
I'm gonna get a kick out of it.
Survivor is, you're gonna get a kick out of it. It's has deals with kind of trauma.
Does this
You'll
guy?
get a kick out of?
Does the main character have a giant pair of scissors?
No.
Fuck.
No, it's not Clock Tower.
It's not Clock Tower.
And we had the same question in mind. That's why I asked if it's a woman, because I would have said Clock Tower as well. Damn.
I really thought I had that.
I guess the whole trauma question was weird because I don't know how you considered that. You know what I mean? Like, I think everybody in every game is going through trauma. If you think about it in one way or another, even fucking Sora Kingdom Hearts, because
I was gonna say, just like Sora in Kingdom Hearts
situation.
3, I do know pain.
Yeah,
Fucking man.
exactly. It's like
It all goes back to Kingdom
answer.
Hearts.
But when you, I did that on purpose. But when you
I'm gonna chug
give
some
the
wine real
answer,
quick.
you'll laugh, Annie.
Wait.
Huh.
Oh, can I ask what question are we on?
We
18.
just did 17. We're on 18. We're on 18.
Do you use guns?
Yes.
Okay.
2 more questions. Use them wisely.
No.
This is not an ongoing franchise.
And there's no sequel to it as well, right?
No, I
No,
wish.
because it's not an ongoing franchise.
That's awesome.
No. That's why I was asking that question.
Yeah.
Not an ongoing franchise.
And it's horror-esque.
Mm-hmm.
No, we use guns. Never mind. I was also thinking Fatal Frame.
No, that's
Fucking
Killer.
love Fatal Frame. I almost thought as actually the game I was gonna think of when I first. I'm like, nah, it might be too hard for someone. I don't know if they played it. Fucking love that game. That game made me poop my pants.
Yeah, that was one of the scariest
That's the
games
game
I
that
played.
started. I think that's the game that started me not like the first one. Not the second one was really not as scary, but the first one was one of the games that made me stop really not be able to play scary games anymore. That fucking just traumatized me.
How do you guys feel about Siren?
Siren.
It got old fast.
Yeah. 2 more questions, right?
2 more
No,
questions.
that didn't count as one of them.
Yeah, 2 more. Yeah, I know that.
We mentioned it on the podcast before. Yeah, we didn't. I don't think we've mentioned Clock Tower. I should have thought about that.
No,
We
did.
have.
We
Yeah,
have.
we definitely have.
Yeah.
Japanese developer.
It has monsters, drama, guns, horror-esque.
Yeah.
It's only one
You a
game.
man. You a man.
We've mentioned it. It's Japanese. Not white hair.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
Because in
That's
Galarian,
like
there was somebody with white hair, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Ash.
Horror.
You know what's the funny thing? I feel like Danny knows we know the game, and he's gonna just.
Danny knows the game. I know for a fact he knows it. I know you guys are fucking old, so when I pick a game in the 90s, it's like, come on. You guys were like 2 or something, or not born.
Wow. What was the thought of? Let me not know.
We were an idea. I feel like.
We were a construct.
Damn, I don't know.
Yeah, I gave you a hint. Was the 90s, but that's vague.
Is this? Yeah, you want to ask like a
Not
question?
90s. It's 9 and up. But yeah, go.
What do you mean 9 and up? I said before 2000. You said yes.
Yeah,
So it's
maybe
2000.
before 2000. Yeah, 90 to 2000.
Wow.
Well, 90 to 98.
Correct, I guess.
Do you want to
Yeah,
ask?
that's pretty true.
We didn't narrow down a genre.
It's horror-esque.
No,
Yeah.
I mean like
That's
gameplay
not really a
wise.
genre, though.
We just know it's not an RPG and it's not a first person shooter. But you use
Not a
guns
first-person
though.
shooter. Mhm.
So it could be a third person shooter or like a point and click.
Yeah, I'm big on point and click, so.
It's not really that much of a point and click. Or a side scroller with guns.
I apologize they didn't make a sequel. I didn't realize that.
Oh Jesus.
But I don't think any of you would have known that, honestly.
If it made a sequel.
They did make one, yeah.
Well, I mean
wasn't
that
on the
wasn't
wiki
that
for
wasn't
sure.
technically the question I asked because I asked if this was an ongoing franchise, meaning like
Was
they're
an
still making
ongoing
games
franchise,
now. Yeah.
Yeah, so, okay. Which I didn't know, which I'm curious about.
I'm just gonna
No,
ask
not really.
something. Is this think so it's not by Squaresoft. Is this game made by Konami?
Go back to, I don't think. No.
Not Konami. Not Konami. It's not Konami, not Squaresoft. What other Japanese games you would think would make a horror game? Capcom. We talked about Resident Evil, but have they did anything else?
It has a sequel.
They have plenty of sequels. It's an ongoing franchise, so true. It's not Resident Evil, of course, but has
I don't know
Capcom
if it
done
has
anything else though?
the sequel's complicated. I'm not really sure if it does or not. It doesn't look real for some reason.
Oh man, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Yeah, I don't
Randy,
think they made
anything?
a sequel. I think this is fake.
I don't know.
We surely are stumped, kind sir.
I can't think of any of the
Dan's
Japanese
gonna kick
companies.
himself.
Is this made by Capcom?
No.
I can't. I don't know who else or what else I could ask.
That was your last question, right?
That was the last
Yeah.
question. So we'd either guess wrong or just give up.
You got 4 guesses.
4 guesses.
4.
Each one of you
You're
get a
generous.
guess. I'm nice.
Who's the 4?
Oh, fuck. 3. I see 4 windows. I'll get the last guess. See if I get it right.
Let me take a guess on that. I got you guys.
Horror. Is this Nightmare Creatures?
No. What is that? That sounds like familiar. I know we played that. What is that?
We've played that before.
96.
Yeah. Any game guesses before we move on?
Yeah, I got mine. Is it Overblood?
Yes, it is.
Motherfucker!
Trauma.
Danny did not guess, I would have asked, "Is your companion a robot?"
No,
And then
no,
right
no,
there,
no, 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 no. I was gonna say Overblood, but I didn't because that's fucking EA. That was Electronic Arts. That is not Japanese
That's
at all.
not Japanese, dude.
yo,
It is the original. The game. I look at
the first is made by a Japanese company.
Which is
Yeah.
what,
River Hill
though?
Soft? You fucking dick.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
It's River Hill Soft. Like so you asked.
Yo, give me my jacket because I got these guns. I'm out of
I-
here.
Japanese, Japan, the publishers were River Hill and Evolution. Well, EA at the Evolution Games in the Europe. It was released in over here in
1990,
fuck, I'm looking at
97.
the wrong one.
97.
Oh,
96.
97, 96
96.
technically, and then 97 in America.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
damn. I should have known that one. I really should have known
Bro,
yeah. I told you, Danny.
I was gonna
round of
ask,
applause.
is it by EA? But I'm like, no. Fucking Japanese developer. God damn it.
Round of applause for Kevin.
that. How did you
He got
guess
the
that
guess.
one?
Huh?
How
did I
did you
guess
guess
it?
that one?
Because once he said horror-esque, I was immediately looking at Parasite
Yeah.
Eve and Overblood immediately.
Yeah,
once
I
he
was
said
thinking
that.
Parasite
So I-
Eve, but that was my game last week, so it's
Yeah,
like it
and
can't be the
also-
same thing.
You know, woman.
Mhm.
Yeah, the
Once he
woman
said no
thing.
woman, I was like, I immediately knew what game he was talking about. Once that happened, I was like, it's over. I got the shotting gun, everything's in place. I see the movements. I'm telling you, man. I got
Oh,
these.
that was so good.
Overblood, like I told you, I had the best trauma in that game.
Beepo.
That's when he said trauma. I'm like, yes, he actually
Oh,
does.
you
He
want to
loves
know?
trauma.
You want to know what?
He's fucked up a robot.
You want to know what confirmed it? He said the sequel's not real, and I looked at the sequel for Overblood, and I was like, I don't believe this is real.
It there
looks
is
like a
so
final-
there
It
is
is-
a
it is
sequel
real.
and it's
It-
not a
it look-
sequel.
It is not a
Huh?
sequel.
It's a sequel
okay.
and it's not a sequel. It's in the
That's why I
same
couldn't-
world and it has nothing to do with the
Yeah.
first game.
Mhm.
That's why I couldn't tell if that was real or not because I'm looking at the images, I'm looking at everything. This looks fake almost,
Mhm.
you know. But then I read it is real, and then I'm like, this is not even the same game. This is
Yeah.
something else. So no.
I'm not gonna
Yep.
front. I felt like I was cheating because I looked at horror games that came out in 2000, but then it was more so for games that I've seen already. So it's just to remember the list, and then that's when I was like, wait a minute, horror. Mayo. I was like, it started like the computer started typing in the things, and he was like, just
You
just
got
pick
close.
this
You
game.
guys said Resident Evil. I'm like, fuck, that's pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah, it plays pretty much the same way.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So
Yeah.
we got a little bit of time left, so I really want to do the Game Warrior stuff, so the battle royale. So let's not try to go into any tangents. So we could talk about Big Daddy versus Bowser.
Big
Who would win
Daddy?
it? Big Daddy
From
We-
Bioshock.
from Bioshock. We talked about
Wait,
this before.
Bioshock or you?
Oh, yeah.
Bioshock.
Oh, okay. So not Drunken Guardian. Got it.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. We gotta remember that.
So Big Daddy versus Bowser. Who do you think will win?
Big Daddy.
Why?
Because the fucking guy, damn man, indestructible. First off,
Mhm.
then
Well, I mean,
he
we
has,
still beat him, so.
what?
Damn near doesn't mean he is. You know what they say.
And Bowser just
mean-
gotta jump
I mean,
over him to beat him.
What is
But
it?
here's the thing,
Just
like, what are we talking like? Oh, sorry, yawn.
Now about
Any fucking like iteration of Bowser or like
Uh,
every single thing overall? Because with Bowser's Fury, he's like fucking Super
Massive.
Saiyan Bowser.
Giga
Yeah.
Bowser. Yep.
Sure, let's go with that one.
I
He's
still
going
think
to crush him.
fucking- I
He's
still
gonna
think
crush
Wait,
Big
yeah,
Daddy.
he is. Isn't he a giant? That's kind of like an unfair thing. We're talking
Yeah,
about like
yeah. That's
let's
No,
say
okay,
all right
'cause
for,
there's a lot of
arguments
things that
for
Bowser has
argument's
done.
sake let's just say the N64 Bowser.
oh smoke.
Grab
easy
his tail,
smoke.
spin around.
Yeah,
Easy smoke. Easy smoke.
Well,
Fuck,
Big-
this
I
guy
mean,
has
no. Because here's the thing: the Big Daddy has to figure that out.
He's gonna crack the shell and eat that shit like Big Daddy. Just fucking just drill him. That's it.
No,
Yeah.
but Bowser's essentially indestructible unless you grab him by the tail and throw him at a bomb.
Mhm.
What is he? A Super Saiyan? A Saiyan? Just grab him and
That's,
throw
that's
him.
not because Mario.
Have you
is
have you
fucking weak.
tried punching Bowser? You can't.
You can't hurt him.
But
I mean,
but
even
there's
in
a
the
there's a
original Mario game,
Yeah,
you
but
can't touch him.
Mario.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
Mario, the
literally
fucking
have to
guy.
like
Yes,
touch the axe.
yes, Mario, who has a fucking hand, but like a normal hand, can't punch him. Yes, that makes sense.
man
But Big
choosing
Daddy,
trophy.
who's off with the giant drill, souped up, super powered, whatever
Daddy with
fucking injection he has, that makes him fucking Daniel immortal. Yeah, he's gonna fucking rip through that guy.
Do the same
And
thing
he's
that he
gonna,
did. He's gonna do the same thing that he did to that guy when Booker DeWitt was walking by, slam him into that gate. I mean that wall multiple times, and then
yeah,
That
just walk
wasn't
off.
that wasn't Booker.
Who I don't know who that. I've never
Whoever-
played
Booker is
Bioshock.
infinite.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
infinite.
Booker's in. Well, the guy that was there in whenever that happened, it's gonna be tragic. I don't want to see that. And either way, it's
Big
gonna
Daddy,
be.
if Big Daddy can take all those shots, like literally, like you just
Mhm.
offload an arsenal on him, and then just he barely moves. Come on, I still
But you
got I got
can
Big Daddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Big Daddy too.
I say Bowser.
What he gonna do?
well,
he gonna side beam
the-
off the stage.
There's nobody in chat who wants to join in on this, so I guess I'm the tiebreaker. So I'm actually going with Big Daddy myself because Tini's pretty much right. Like Bowser doesn't have much in his arsenal. Like, yeah, he could probably take a couple hits. He could probably take a good beating, but he's got nothing against Big Daddy when it comes to like power, the health. He actually has a weapon on him. You know,
Mobility, right?
Multiple weapons.
yeah,
Is Big Daddy mobile?
he's
Or-
slow.
Yeah, they about to-
No,
They're
no, no,
both
no.
about
Have you
the
had
same
the drill
speed.
one rush you?
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
The
they do
drill
have mobility.
charges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bowser
Because
from
there's
my
Bubbles and there's Rosie. Rosie is the one with the
Bowser.
rivet gun, and Bubbles
Oh,
is
yeah, yeah.
the drill.
Bowser
Yeah.
from what I can remember, he's always been slow, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why you just jump right over him and keep going.
And we talking about the Smash games, he could side beat him. That's the most he could do. that's it. The armor and then hit the core, but other than that, I don't see him winning.
All right. So I got one more since we got a couple minutes left.
Oh, wow.
To see if we can
Can
try
I
to
get
get
one
through
more? I have one that I've been thinking about for a little bit.
it. Okay.
Dante versus Vincent from Final Fantasy VII.
Versus Vincent.
They're
Alright,
both
Jackie.
demons, kinda. Both fucking kinda undead. They both shoot. They both very similar. They both have great
say
combat
Dante.
skills behind them. You got Dante?
I say Dante because they are both very similar. That's a really good comparison.
That's why I like
But the thing is with Dante is he's more mobile. He can still use magic. He can
Yes.
still use his sword. He can still
Well-
do the demon stuff.
well,
I think it's mostly like
Vincent
the
can
mobility.
use Vincent can use the magic and materia and all that shit.
No,
but he can't do it in-
no. I get that, but I'm saying that's what I'm naming. I'm naming the similarities, but the biggest thing is mobility. Dante can move his ass like fast, and he can pretty much
Yo.
still, and he could still, and he could still turn into the demon and still use his guns and sword and all that stuff. So I feel like he'd run around circles with Vincent.
He would run multiple trains on Vincent by himself.
And then Vincent on top of that, you have to wait for his ATB gauge to fill up, you know.
But no, but also, didn't Dante basically take his whole sword through the chest and still fucking survive that?
And still survive.
I think that's the biggest thing. I think that Dante is
What's Vincent's fucking claw gonna do to him?
He lived in a
I
coffin.
think Dante's unkillable and Vincent can be killed. I
Yeah.
think that's the biggest aspect.
And the
They
thing
both
is,
use them,
has
they're both
The,
probably
Dante has
probably
strength.
equally agile because like they show Vincent being super agile in like the anime,
the game,
not the game, the Advent Children.
Advent Children.
And they show him being super agile,
Yeah.
light on his feet because he's like a bat type of thing.
Yeah.
But I think at the end of the day, he can still die, and where Dante is
That is
damn immortal.
that is true because Dante is a natural half demon, whereas Vincent
Yes.
is not really a demon. He's just an
No,
experiment.
exactly. But I just thought it'd be a fun comparison because they're so fucking alike when you think about it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like
They're
it's
both
like
edgy.
mhm.
Yeah.
It's like the Superman versus Goku fight. It's God fighting a mortal.
God fighting.
Immortal. Yeah, God fighting.
God
a
fighting an
mortal.
alien.
To be fair, it also
'Cause,
depends on like what era you asked.
Yeah.
Because before Ultra Instinct, I'm pretty sure that Superman would have had Goku, but now with Ultra Instinct and it's just like a solid like just ass pull that Goku has.
It's the only thing I could say just to nip that conversation in the butt is Ultra Instinct is
The
time
butt.
based. Yeah, it's very time based, and the recoil on that gun he pulls is very severe. So I'm gonna spoiler alert for you, Danny. Ultra Instinct when he first uses it has a massive recoil that literally almost kills him, to the point that it does so much damage to his body that he almost passes out. Dragon Ball logic. He fell on the floor. He almost passed out. But that was the logic.
Mm-hmm.
It
Okay.
has a lot of yeah. It has a whole lot of I guess kick what the hell is it called? The repercussions when you use
Yeah,
that form.
I know what you mean. So we're
yeah,
gonna
But that's, I don't know.
we're gonna
we
we're gonna end it.
wrap this.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up because it's 1 o'clock now. So we're gonna finish it up. We're hitting the 2.5 hour mark. So yeah, so I wrote that down so Dante could still join. Dante clearly won, so Dante is gonna join in on this fight because what we're gonna do is
That's
after we
right.
go down the original list, then we're gonna go down all the winners, and then we're gonna have one clear winner in the end eventually at some point. So.
Mr. Rogers.
So Dante is down there and Big Daddy's down there.
Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers is
he
gonna
guilts
win
you into
this.
fucking. So yeah, Daniel Tiger is right.
So that's it for this episode. If you guys want to listen to any of the episodes, check out the Twitch and YouTube channels for more content, and check out thedrunkenguardian.com for more content, all the links, all the info, as well as any of my video game reviews. Boneless Bones also streams as well. Tell them your shit.
All right, my shit is boneless bones _ TV on twitch.tv. If you guys would like to be there to watch me play some Resident Evil or whatever I decide to play at that time, just follow that and I'll be there. I also have a Twitch. Wow. I have a YouTube of the channel named Boneless Bone no _ TV, and I would like to see you guys over there. Bye and stay powerful.
And then Randy and Danny, I'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
I don't stream, but maybe I will one of these days.
One day.
One day.
I won't. I don't get the concept of people watching me play video games. I'm not that interested.
I'll stream on Chatterbait, not Twitch.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
I'll do that. That'll be more interesting.
Tommy?
Goodbye, everybody.
I'll have the Mario Plus.